Hello everyone and welcome to Dungeons and Dragons Lands of Lore. Today we actually have two new players actually joining our session. Last week the heroes already introduced themselves from Druid, Rinzai, Pearson, and Varus. And joining us today is the Drow Cleric, Nenris, and also yet to be determined character race and class, Elgen. So, Nenris, can you give us a brief description of your character, a short bio, actually, if you don't mind?
Nenris is a sort of mid-teens drow, sort of white robes, uh, uh, the classic drow dark skin with like star-like freckles.
All right. Okay, beautiful. Okay, Elgen. Since your character, your image have not arrived yet, so can you give us a brief description of your character?
I'm still looking for an appropriate photo for it. But I imagine my character would look the fair-skinned wood elf, in a kind of half-burnt cloak, wearing just plain simple leather with amber eyes and black-based hair, and then amber highlights throughout it.
Okay, all right. Thanks for that. And now, from our last previous section, the adventurers actually was met by a canite, half human, half humanoid, dog-like creature, or perhaps a hero, like the gnolls of the land, but apparently shaped in the face like a dog. And however, they call him Virus, and he have traveled from Frostwolf to and many other places such as Shizizu, and also have heard stories of Val but never been there. And he have traveled to Sinephead himself in search of people that could actually assist him in the matters that need to be addressed as soon as possible. Four magical crystals was apparently stolen or taken away by unknown forces where none could actually see due to the darkness where they actually came. And these four crystals was actually made or meant to protect each and every major towns within the four trading areas. And it was here that the adventurers made their way to Frostwolf Village. And after a short discussion with Cyrus and Oris George, the hobgoblin that was actually looking into this small village itself. And the heroes during that morning time, Tirson, Varus, and Rinzai actually rested during the day itself. And when morning came, they heard the noise from outside calling their name. And one particular goblin then appeared at the door and then slowly bowed his head and then stares at Rinzai and speaks. Oris George is requesting the three of you be heading straight to his tent. The goblin speaks, voice timid, small at least, even perhaps not even half of Varys' height. And Tristan, you stare at this goblin. Your thirst was quite satisfied actually by itself that you actually asked for a particular red wine by the goblins that actually was serving you during the night when you were actually feasting. And many of these meat that you actually ate and savored during that night itself was not even properly cooked. It was mostly raw, and many of your other new companions did not see that when it happened because it was dark, it was night, and you just hit at one of the corners and drank the blood. Many of these animals that they actually killed from the forest itself. And the goblin that many of you actually know as Ziath. then slowly walks over to you, Varus. And then after that, he speaks out. And after he said, Varus, will you please, regarding your fellow companions who head over to Orus camp, if you can, as post haste, immediately. The goblin actually speaks, quietly at first, but the voice is that timid, and asking you if you could, Varus. How do you respond?
I would agree, but very dismissively. The fact he's speaking timidly to me, I'm very dismissive of someone.
All right. Okay. And then, Tirson, you heard the small little goblin. He just spoke to Varus and asking Varus to actually telling you and perhaps Rinze to actually head towards Orus Gilok's tent. How do you respond?
In Goblinoid, I say, yes, I'll follow you, my friend.
You notice that Zeus actually looked shocked and he was perplexed slightly after he heard you speaking Goblin. Then he spoke back to you in Goblin too, and only you understood that language. He was like said, "Ah, kuchata batara." He speaks out in Goblin after he says, "Ah, I'm a person speaking back in Goblinoid. I humbly. He touches his chest tight, and the words couldn't even come out from his mouth. And he actually heard that somebody starts with your third person speaking in Goblin. And then Zias actually that tells you, specifically to you, Tristan, in Goblinoid, that he said, if you mastered the language of the goblins, then perhaps after you speak to Horus, Lord Tristan, perhaps you can speak to little Zias after you're done. Okay.
Sure can, my friend. I will more than happy to talk to anyone to further our relationship. I give him a nod and I'll follow the golem out when he goes out.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, then Zias actually walks over to Renze, and then after that, the small little goblin bowed at you, Renze, and I said, will you please head over to the Orus tent once you are ready and prepared? How do you respond, Renze?
Why would you like me to do that?
Lord Orus would just like to speak to you before you head out. The goblin actually speaks to you.
Sure. I'll talk to you when I'm done.
Okay. Lord Orus tent, you know where it is, and perhaps it's like your journey, the three of your journey before the three of you actually head out. Yes, the goblin actually head slowly out of your tent and then head back to where you came to actually take care and look after the village itself. And meanwhile, Durotan, as you actually woke up from your long sleep and after had a slightly small feast in your name and of course your fellow companions before you actually head out toward the unknown lands itself. What do you want to do?
After I offered my morning prayer to to Iros, I basically gathered up my belongings to get ready to start the day. As I walk out from my tent, and I see it's basically, what time is it in terms of day? Actually, scratch that.
Yes.
Calendar. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
check the calendar. I haven't changed it yet.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay. Good. It's understandable. So I'll just assume it's like early morning. I basically walk out and go to check on the main gate to see if they spotted anything abnormal.
Morning. Has there been any movement at night?
As I talk,
Taizal Faisal, the orc, actually looks at you. He seems smaller than any normal typical orc that actually guards the entrance to the village itself. And when you see, he actually bows and you and said, "Ah, good day to you, Droton. And hopefully that you actually had a great time and perhaps the great feast itself."
It was fine. Satisfactory to me. I'm most concerned about the lizard men and their dealings with the crystals of protection. We lost our crystal, and so many other villagers have lost theirs. I wonder what are they up to? What sinister plot that they have? If it's simple thievery for money, then it can be forgiving and dealt with. But if it's anything sinister than that,
And that's when he just takes out his dagger.
I'm afraid the price will be very high for their evil doings.
Yes. But were you here when speaking to me, Droton? I thought that you was supposed to be heading towards the tent where Horus is.
I just wanted to check on the perimeter of the village before I go in. Give myself some time so I will not be the first one, but looks like I'll have to be an example. Anyway, take care of yourself and your post.
As he give him a nod and walk in a steady footsteps to the main tent.
You actually head towards the main tent to actually seek out to see the others if they actually arrive. And then, when you head out, you actually bump into the others, which is Tristan, Runze, and Varus, before you actually head towards Horus' tent. And inside, you can actually see Zyrus already waiting for you and the others. Well, actually, Zyrus actually speaks out, and then he actually looks around. You're the first to actually be here. Where's the others?
I'm assuming they are on their way. Good day to
Oh,
you,
good.
Zyrus.
As he
Yeah.
walks to him and just give him kind of like a muscle man to another muscle man type of salute.
Okay. Roll persuasion.
Okay. Oh shit, where is it? Hey. Oh, skill and here we are.
Okay. Right. You give him your salute. He actually put his hand to his left chest and he nod his chin and after that the nose to the blade and after that to sign out salute to you. Meanwhile, okay, Varus, Rinze, and Tirson. Okay, moving from left to right first. Durtan's done. Okay, Rinze, what do you want to do? 2 actions.
Well, the goblin wanted to go speak to me, so we're about to leave, so I'm gonna go talk to the goblin.
Okay. You're about to leave, or you're supposed to talk to Horus first and Zyrus first, or you're leaving, or you want to leave the camp before talking to Horus and Zyrus first.
I'm gonna talk to Oris. Who's Oris?
Horus is the guy that you've been talking to during the last session at the top, where Duraton
Oh,
is.
okay. Never caught his name.
Mhm.
Well, I've spoken a lot to Zyrus already. And we know what we're about. Alright, I'm gonna go, yeah. I have to bring my token out. I look a bit small there.
No,
Don't know how
because
to make myself big.
your character token is already at the tent. You don't have to drag yourself out anymore.
Oh, okay. How do I... Okay. Yeah, so Oris, are you coming with us?
You may need to move your character token to the tent because you're in a different tent.
Mm-hmm.
Which tent am I in? Because I can't see. Oh, wait.
Top right corner.
Top right corner.
Mm-hmm. I'll keep.
Okay.
Yep. This is where your character is. Yep.
Yep. Right, so Oris, are you coming with us?
Roll persuasion with disadvantage. Twice. Roll persuasion twice.
Yep, just a moment.
Okay, one more time.
Let's roll one.
Okay, 11. Horus, dear lord, he looks at you and he said, "No, I will not be joining you in this journey. I will be staying here overlooking to the village, just in case. I'm still the acting leader of Frostwolf Mountains until somebody capable enough is ready to take over this place. But until then, I'll stay. But you have already received what you're supposed to know and what you're supposed to do from Xyrus." And then Xyrus then looks at you, Renze, and after he speak out and said, "It is actually indeed true that Horus have to stay here, Renze. He could not follow you, of course, but I would be accompanying you on this journey just in case that you come across any mishaps or any dangers from within the lands itself. Durotan here is ready, and are you ready, Renze?" Xyrus actually speaks to you, his voice rough and gruff.
Yes, I am ready. If we have Xyrus, then I believe that'll be enough. I tell Oris that, alright, well, it's an honor to have met you. And I'll complete this mission that you have for us to do, and I'll bring back what needs to be brought back. And yeah, I'll walk out and go in direction of where the goblin is.
Okay. Alright, okay, that's done. Okay, Tristan, what do you want to do?
Tirthan. I don't think he can hear us. Maybe.
Accidentally muted, maybe. Okay, Varys, what do you want to do?
Varys?
I'm here. I'm just thinking these guys, goblins, orcs, the lesser races, what can we say? I'll follow this little goblin as far as I need to. So I will follow the goblin to the tent of the meeting and hear what's after being said, and that we have to find the crystals. And yeah, I'm gonna go with the plan. Find the crystals. If it gets me what I want.
Okay. So are you going to be staying at a tent, or are you going to move out?
I'm gonna move out. I'll be following. What's his name now? Who was just talking a minute ago?
Rinze.
Rinze. I'll be following Rinze. As far as I'm concerned, he can be the face of the party, but I understand this. Well, he's the lesser race. What can I say? He's just lesser than me. I'll let him take charge now for the moment and see what happens. But when it's necessary, I'll put him in his place.
All right. Okay. And then after that, done. All right. Okay, Tirsan. What do you want to do? You're outside the tent, waiting.
Yep. I'm pretty much gonna follow the goblin and have a good chinwag with the goblin in his own tongue, and follow where I need to go to the main tent. So,
Yeah. The goblin actually sees you. He speaks to you in goblin, and Ziaf, the goblin, the small goblin's name is Ziaf, and he tells you, yeah, and he tells you, Lord Tirsan should not speak to Ziaf. Lord Tirsan, speak to Horus.
Yes,
Horus, the leader of the camp, Horus, want to speak to all of you before you all head out. That's what
we'll do.
Yes.
We'll do. I'll say I will do. I just want to have a chinwag of how do you feel in this camp?
Roll persuasion with advantage because you know how to speak Goblin.
Yep. Do. Yep.
Let's be honest, who cares what a goblin thinks anyway? God.
Well, Goblin sees all in the tight corners of the world. They are vast and knowledgeable. And
Next you'll be saying goblins are smart and intelligent. Oh, you're so
Some are.
funny.
some are.
Okay. 15 and what's the next one?
15 and
Ooh.
21.
Alright. Yes, the Goblin actually speaks to you again in Goblin after he said, after you speak to Horus, then perhaps you can spend some time with Zias. Then I will tell you something, but I cannot tell more after that. Speaks to you again. Silently, more this time, like whispering to you as you actually bend over, like and kneel next to Zias and listen to him as he speaks to you, so that no other goblin or orcs could hear him speak, but other to you.
I kneel and it looks like I'm tying up my shoelace.
And then after that, Zias actually said, far to the west of here, there's two tribes of goblins, the Gnuk and the Anuk tribe.
Galuk tribe.
The Gnuk and the Anuk. The Gnuk and the Anuk. Two tribes, he actually tells you. Two tribes.
Two tribes, yep.
Yeah, two tribes of goblins. The Gnuk and the Anuk far to the west, passing Shizizwo. He actually told you this. And to the mountains itself, the great mountains, these two tribes are still fighting for domination. If you could, perhaps you could actually help the Gnuk or the Anuk tribe in securing the whole mountain for themselves. Or, if you could, I run from the Gnuk tribe, CS tells you. And my sister there is from the Anuk. We are not blood related, of course, but we respect each other. But the war, the fight has been going on for such a time. Zias tells you this. And if you could, once you're done, perhaps you should, if you can, Zias tells you, just a simple matter for Zias to help so that the Anuk and the Gnuk can work together, or perhaps one day they will perish if they were to get at each other's necks. It tells you. And then after that, then you listen to all this Gnuk and Anuk tribe is like fighting among each other, but can they work along or can they work together? You're not too sure. So you can put this on your side note. This is a side quest. There are no campaign in my game. Everything is a side quest. Okay? So whether you want to do this quest is up to you. Doesn't really matter. But if you really want to do this quest, you need to roleplay this with your fellow companions to see that, hey, should we make the Gnuk tribe and the Anuk tribe work together, or we should kill them all so that there's no more fighting in the mountains anymore? Yes. So this is a side quest. That's it. And Zias actually tells you this. He said, see if you can work with the Gnuk and the Anuk tribe. Zias actually looks at you. But then he bows and says, but I hope that you can do the task that Ozuka have asked you to do, to retrieve the 4 crystals.
Most definitely. That's the most urgent thing we need to do at this far. But with the 2 tribes, I'll see what I can do, my friend.
Then Zias looks at you. Then you better write down this on your small little note. And he whispers back into your ear and said, This is a secret.
Side quest. Yeah, I know, my friend.
All right.
From there, I'll go to the main tent.
All right. Get over to the main tent. You see Renze and Durotan. We're just actually having some short discussion together with Horus and Zyra. And we're just actually getting ready to actually leave the tent as you actually
Um,
bump into them. And then you see
yeah,
that they're already about to leave. Okay, I'm gonna skip Nenris and Elgen for a time being, going back to Dorothon. Once you guys leave this village, once you guys decide to actually leave the village, then I'll move to Nenris scene. Okay? Alright, Dorothon, what do you want to do?
Sorry, I was just yawning for a moment. Sorry, excuse me. As I see them like coming into the tent and say,
Ah, you have arrived. So,
yeah. Sorry, my friend. Had to do some communication relationships of your village folk.
Yes. He has a new friend, a goblin. Oh, what humorous fun he is.
Varys, don't forget to drag your character to the tent. Because
Otherwise,
otherwise you're still in that tent by yourself. Anyway,
well, makes me look like an idiot now, doesn't it?
no, you're there by spirit, but not by body. You're there by spirit.
That's how powerful he
I'm
is.
using my telepathic speech.
Yep.
Contacting him.
Anyway,
That's how powerful he is. He can see everything, hear everything.
mhm.
I am God.
Anyway,
Anyway, sorry, I'll move him over now.
yeah, it's okay. Anyway, I just say to him,
what did this goblin want it from you?
He wants, when this main question is done, to help the two goblins in the hills to stop fighting. I don't specifically say the names, just the two tribes.
what role should I make to know regarding the history of the fight?
He didn't mention the two tribes, so if he didn't mention the tribe, you cannot even roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever this fight is, I'm pretty sure it doesn't take precedence over the missing crystals.
Exactly.
Once we solve the missing crystals problem, we'll handle the goblin fight. The bigger threat
Yes.
is the crystals. Few goblins
Yeah.
fighting among one another, I seriously doubt it will make any sort of problem. So, have you all packed and ready your belongings?
Yes, I have for the journey. I was well rested, and my appetite was quenched and ready to head on.
Well, Zai, it appears we all here. Lead us on to the Lizardman Island.
Then Xerxes actually speaks, and then stares at all four of you. Right, since you're all prepared, then let us journey. And he pick up his motorbike, and after he moves straight down to the main gates, and then waiting for the rest of you to come. And after that, he bows and wows. Over here.
Drag your character
Can I
models to the corner, like straight away. Downright.
Can I quickly interject and say I need to go talk to this goblin?
Okay. Renze, were you the one that actually said you want to speak to the goblins?
Yep.
Okay, which goblin?
This one.
There are 4 goblins here. This goblin, you know him as Nuke.
Oh, okay.
Nuke looks at you. Nuke looks at you, Renze, and he speaks. What do you want?
Did you not want to speak to me? before I went.
Speak to you? You must be drunk. I wasn't even talking to you.
And who was? Okay, well, who was the guy that wanted to speak to me before I left?
Roll for wisdom saving throw to actually remember. I want you to roll history too if you want to. History or wisdom. Choose your best dice or your best score to see if you remember the goblin that actually wanted to talk to you. But the goblin was not actually wanting to talk to you. The goblin actually wanted to talk to Turin.
Oh,
Nope, you don't remember. All the goblins here look the same to you. They're small, they're green. I mean, even this orc over here is smaller than you. He could pass for a goblin too, actually, if you want to.
oh, it's just tiny things.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I just say I nod to him, and I'm like, all right, well, see ya, and I'll just go on my way with the rest of the gang.
Okay.
As we're heading out of town, I'll see a little kitten in a tree. And I'll point down, I'll say, Rinze, maybe you wanted to help the kitten as well. Loser. Goblins, people.
You're not too sure what actually happened to Varus, Rinze, and Tersen, but the goblin or the orc wine during the feast last night could have actually gone through this human's brain or something. You're not too sure. But it's more sarcastic than usual.
I'll give you a hint. I'm an asshole. Shh.
Tersen and Rinze, you heard that? But Rinze, roll for insight to see whether you know what an arsehole actually means.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but yeah, I'm sorry. Just a bit of fun. I'm playing a aristocratic idiot. So what can I say?
I just ignore him. Just okay, whatever.
Okay, Rinze, when Varus said that word, you're like thinking to yourself, okay, you do have a donkey, which many of you and your people call an ass, but why does he call himself a donkey hole? You're like wondering to yourself, why would he do that?
Well, inside of my head, I think it's like, well, I've got too much of what do you call it? A big task ahead of me for me to be bothered by that. But I turn to him and I remark, well, you call yourself an asshole. A bit of a sad state of existence. But you know, if it makes you happy, then sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Varus is actually quite angry he's not getting to Rinze. He's not enjoying this at all. He was hoping.
if you want to be an asshole, then you can be an asshole. It's completely fine with me.
You'll be a donkey. Go ahead, be a donkey. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Anyways, meanwhile, to Nenris. Nenris, you were actually busy staring out from the tower of the temple of Eilistraee for quite some time now. And the moment you actually were staring out, the sky itself was clear. The sun was actually shining in your face. It's been a while now. It's been quite some time since you've really been out. And the priest, Johanberg, have never really let you journey further out by yourself for quite some time. But you heard his voice calling you while you're actually at the top of the tower, Nenris. And he speaks out and screams, Nenris! Nenris! Where are you, Nenris? And still at the tower itself, you're wondering, why is the priest actually calling your name? And after he's speaking out, and the bell tower couldn't really work. It was always been damaged all the time. The rope itself that actually tied itself to the bell couldn't really ring. And when you actually stay out from the temple of Eilistraee, the voice of Johanberg still screaming your name, Nenris. Nenris! Nenris, where are you, Nenris? What do you want
She
to
is
do,
r-
Nenris?
She is running towards the source of this voice.
Alright. You took the nearest ladder to your left, and after that you quickly slide down towards the first floor of the temple. And then again, you can actually take the ladder slowly, or you can roll for your dexterity or your acrobatic to use the rope and slide all the way down.
She's gonna take it slow.
Alright. Okay. You took it slow, you took the ladder, and then you slowly took the ladder again. You see the old priest. This man, you knew his father, his grandfather, and to this man too. He grew up as a young boy in Cinnabad, and you've seen him taking over from his family bloodline and taking care of this small little temple that actually worship the goddess of Eilistraee. And on the walls, standing behind him, actually just nicely put there are the two swords that has never been used before. The life sword of Eilistraee, which is actually standing here, and you have always admired this weapon for so long, but you never actually got touched to actually. You never actually got the chance to actually touch it because it is a weapon that's actually forbidden to anyone other than the champion herself. But you see the priest slowly walking towards you, and after he said, "You slowly," and then he coughed. Where have you been, Nenris? Calling your name, you're giving me some sort of sore throat. You're admiring the view again?
Well, it's just such a lovely view.
Yeah. Well, he hits his chest slightly, and then readjusts his throat and speaks. Nenris, ever since I found you at the doorstep of the temple, all wet and drenched, I was just a young boy then. I think if you still remember, it was my grandfather that actually found you then and raised you here. But yeah, just like speaks. Have you always fancied Cinnabad? And but there is a task I want you to do, Nenris. I'm not too sure if you can, but it should be simple enough. Just a simple fashion grab and heading over to the nearest town and head back here again.
Nenris is sort of restraining her excitement about this. Well, I definitely think I can handle that.
And then Johanberg says, indeed you can. But let's head out first. Let's meet some few people that you probably already know, but let's be introduced to some. Then he leads you out from the temple, head towards the town outside they actually knew ever since you were brought here and stuff. And when they actually went out, you see that the farmers, the people of Cinnabad have always been taking care of each other. The village itself have always been good in trading. The trading that people have been doing here are mostly in nature of potions and also in needs of healing and in terms of getting divine blessings from the gods. The people here mostly worship Terios, or sometimes the Frostproof Mountains themselves actually worship the Minotaur god. But the people of Cinnabad have always worshipped Eilistraee. But you're not too sure about the others further to the north, the east, and further to the south. You have never actually tried to actually venture further other than staying in the middle of the center trade of everything. Nenris. Cinnabad has always been a major trade town for villages such as Onohol, Momoroko, Destum, Sizizuo, and even Vow. But you were actually happy to see that Johanberg, the priest, was actually willing to actually let you go on a simple trade request. And he sees you, and after he slowly speaks to you, I want you to actually head over to Sophie over there. She mostly looks into the merchants or any other traveling adventurers that actually come to our town. And I want you to actually bring some of the stuff. The cart and the horse is actually ready for you, and then the old man cough. You see his phlegm slowly coming out. He spit it next to his feet. You see they're almost disgusted, but this old man has always been taking care of you. You've seen people actually like come and go, die in the temple because they couldn't be saved. But as long as the crystal itself that actually protects Cinnaberhead is secured within the temple compounds, you know that this place will never be touched by the darkness of the north. Roll for history. Alright, 15. Okay, Nenris, you heard about the darkness of the north. Of a certain count that calls himself Count Vertigo. He lives on a small deserted island, which actually is habited by perhaps some small regular villages, which you are sure why they actually even stay in that small little island. And who is this Count Vertigo? He never actually comes over to actually pay a visit. But many other people, every year, will actually send somebody, like a young maiden or a young man, to head over towards his old castle, but never to return. Perhaps Count Vertigo actually made these people into his servant or something. You could never actually answer that question. You never actually bothered to actually ask these people, why do these young people head over to Count Vertigo's palace and never return? Maybe they love the place so much. That's all you know. But maybe it's something that you might need to investigate in the future if you feel like it. It is your choice as the adventurer in this story. And Johann Berg then looks at you and said, so, Nenris, you don't have to stare at me really long. Head over to Sophie over there. And he points to his left and sees Sophie. You see Sophie standing next to his merchant. Actually, looking at you in distance. Actually, she noticed, and you noticed her, and she waved her hand. And then she screams at you and speaks your name. Nenris! I'm here, Nenris! Head over here.
Yeah, she's heading over. As she gets there, she's like, you know, I've been here a while. It always surprises me how often people are, yelling out my name.
Very often, Johann-Berg, as it speaks. Well, you're very unique here, Nenris. You're not ever since. I'll tell you once you return. You've been hearing the same story for many, many times. You're probably gonna get bored of it too. Johann-Berg actually stares and looks at you, and he said, well, he nods his head and asks you to actually head over to Sophie. Well, don't stand there. Move.
Yeah, she's heading over.
Alright, then Johann-Berg then looks at you. Alright, Nenris, in order for you to move, you need to click on your character token and then drag your character to Sophie. This is a tutorial game for you.
Which one's Sophie?
First, click on your character token and then start dragging your character with the mouse button.
Yeah, where is she?
Hold your mouse button and move over to Sophie
Yes,
over
which one
here.
is Sophie?
Yes.
Ah.
And then Sophie looks at you, Nenris, and then she speaks, Nenris, finally you're able to learn how to move your character token.
Yeah, it turns out it wasn't an issue of knowing how to move my token. It was, it's so sunny out here, I couldn't make you out from that distance. I got disadvantage on all perception checks, so...
And then after that, then Sophie then looks at you. Alright, the first thing you need to know is, click on your token again, and then look at the top left corner of the screen. You will see all ability skills and ISO facing. Click on ISO facing. And then click on yourself.
Yay!
Okay. Alright. Then Sophie then turns to you and says that, okay, Nenris. Well, since you know everything else that you need to know, well, you can actually feel that. You can actually hear that. The bird seems to be quite chirping today. And let's not waste any time. I got some stuff that I already put into the cart. Would you be so kind to actually head over to Frostwolf Mountains and get perhaps some minerals from Orus, the hobgoblin that actually looks into the village itself?
I would be more than happy to do that for you. But
That's good.
looking around, I'm not sure that one's on this map. I think I might have to move to a different one.
Well, once you actually head over to the horse, don't worry. The world map will open up for you immediately.
Like this.
Oh, yes. Head up to the horse. You see
She
the horse
presses
actually
E.
it looks at you, and after that then and you see Sophie and looks at you. Well, you better be careful out there in the road. Sometimes dangers actually look ahead, but I know you can actually take care of yourself, Nenris.
Well, here's hope.
And then after that, you head over just to show you where you are. The world map can load or crash people's other PC. So this is where you are at the moment. Cinnaphead. Your character is there at Cinnamon. You are at the main trade of all the major ones. All other three major trades, which is Repston, Onoho, Momoroko. And if you zoom, you can actually see the card on the world map, which you can control, Nenris. This is Frostwolf Mountains.
Well, I guess she's heading Frostwolf Mountains to collect minerals.
Right. Okay. Then alright, you can actually move the token per day, and after you can actually roll for your survival skill. Each hex that you move.
There we go.
Survival 5. Give me a problem. Okay, for each hex, you reduce one ration. Right, then you move to the next hex. And then roll for survival again. Alright. Move another hex, please, because you roll higher than 20. Meaning in two hexes is equivalent to 1 days of travel, which you actually reduce one ration.
Okay.
Alright. And then, meanwhile, while you actually traveled the land, suddenly your horse was slightly spooked. And the moment you actually follow the road, the air itself smells slightly foul. You smell some sort of decayed flesh in the distance as the wind slowly blows, almost like hitting your hair. And when you actually arrive, you see in the distance two remains of what seems to be dead horses on the road itself. That seems to be dead for quite some time. Your horse itself refused to head further forward, as if that it is scared by the sight of what it sees. You can roll for animal handling to let the horse slowly move further ahead.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Right. You see the two dead horses. The blood perhaps still fresh. The horse itself still seems spook as it moves further forward. Roll for animal handling.
Again? Ooh, that one's not so good.
Your horse refused to move. Instead, it moved slightly backwards, pushing the cart back and making you feel unbalanced, that you're actually sat on the cart itself.
Yeah,
What do you want to do?
Given that it seems I'm at risk of falling off or anything, she's going to get off and like try and calm the horse.
All right, okay. You get off from the cart. You head towards the horse itself and try to calm it. Instead of using your reins, actually try to control it from the rope itself. You actually head down and walk towards the horse itself, trying to actually calm it. You can see the crows trickling up in midair. Some of it even went down to eat some of the corpses of the horse itself. The smell itself is actually really strong. And we look around. What's your passive perception?
Where is passive perception? Is it sunny right now, or?
No, it's not sunny actually. It's like the clouds itself, it's like covering from the sun itself.
Okay.
It's actually slightly dark.
It would be 15 then.
Right. You look around. You feel as if that the crows itself actually like flew away from the horses' corpses. And when you turn to actually see, you felt as if there's something actually hiding in the bushes and the trees itself. When you turn, you see goblins hiding from within the trees. Suddenly, jump out.
Oh, hi there. Are these your horses, or?
You look around. Do you speak Goblinoid?
No.
Okay. The goblins actually screams, and after that, do some sort of sticking sound. After that, pointing their short swords, and a few of them actually pointing their bowls at your general direction, pointing at you directly. And after that, they speak. You have no idea what they're trying to tell you. But roll for insight. One of the goblins here. The goblin is actually pointing his short sword directly at you, pointing at the cart, and then pointing his sword on the floor, on the ground, where you stood. You have no idea what the goblin is actually trying to tell you. Then the goblin actually speaks out and screams,
Yeah, she's like digging through her bag. She takes out like 5 rations, puts them down, and sort of backs up.
And when you took out the rations and put it on the floor, suddenly, in the distance, somehow, more goblins appear in the distance and walk slowly towards you and screams and then shout. You have no idea what he says, but
she's just maintaining sort of a slight smile, sort of. A casual observer would say she has no fucking clue they could be in any kind of danger.
One of the goblins in the distance suddenly let go of his bow, and then the arrows your horse, and then you see that your horse started to actually panic and then slightly move away from the cart, dragging the cart with it at the same time. And you realize that the goblins suddenly took out their swords and some even ready their bow and started to actually move towards you. And you realize that they're either attacking you and they're probably perhaps this is common sense to everybody in the land is that these goblins are barbaric and not the normal cultured goblins that you know from Fourth Wolf Mountains, from the way they dress, the way they speak, because Fourth Wolf goblins know how to speak common. When a goblin that does not speak common in the land itself do not communicate back to you in its normal common language, you know that these are feral goblins. Roll for initiative.
Wait, is this his backstory? Nenris?
Her backstory, Nenris. I'm still
Okay.
waiting for Nenris. Okay, tutorial time. Nenris, in order for you to roll for your initiative, click on your
Yeah.
character token, open your character sheet, and click on initiative. Then it should be in the initiative counter.
Make sure to highlight your character first.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot to highlight my character.
Yes. You are first.
That's unfortunate. What? Damn! This guy rolled
Nenris, you see the
20.
feral goblins. You see the feral goblins already took out their crude short sword and readying their bow to actually fire you. You know their intentions, but you always try to actually speak to them. But if you could, perhaps you could even train these feral goblins to perhaps even leave people such as yourself alone, and perhaps to raise perhaps their population itself to be common goblins, just like the ones in Frostwolf. You know, to show how Horus does it, but perhaps you actually should speak to him. But since you are now the first to actually have initiative, the others will probably come around round 2. Okay, what do you want to do?
Well, Eilistraee teaches us that, you know, everyone can be redeemed. She's going on the defense, takes out her shield. She's casting Shield of Faith on herself.
You cast a Shield of Faith, and a magical globe appeared before you, covering you from spells itself.
Yep, and that's her. She's sort of continuing her, you know, if all of us work together, then I'm sure we could overcome any problems.
And the goblins again screams at you, Malataka! And then shoots. This one shoots its arrows at you. And then... Okay. And definitely misses. So slow. And then the other one cocks its bow and then shoots at you from the other side. Again. And, well, nope. A critical one. Nope. Nothing happens. It shot the tree instead of you. And then this one, the one that was earlier talking to you, pointing its short sword and start charging at you slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this goblin, you notice in the distance, cocks his arrows and starts shooting, and nope. And then the other one in the distance walks closer and hides behind one of the corpses of the horse and cocks his bow and then shoots at your direction and then hits your shield instead. And then the last one, Maka! Maka! Starts screaming again in Goblinoid and shoots. And no. Okay, round 2. Alright, Duraton, Renze, Tirson, Varus. You hear the sounds of goblinoids in the distance. Okay, Tirson. Everybody, Durathan, Rinze, Thurston, Varus, roll for perception.
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 Durathan 19, you heard it. You heard the screams of battle. You heard the screams of goblinoids, bloodthirsty crows. Thurston, you did not hear it at all.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
Rinze, no. Okay, Varus is the last one to roll perception.
Wow,
Okay,
might be 20.
Varus heard it. Okay, Durathan and Varus, you heard the screams of goblins. Their bloodthirsty scream. Mac! They like screaming. But Durathan, if you have goblinoid, you know what it means. If you don't, you have no idea.
Definitely, I have no idea. Definitely no
Okay,
idea.
alright. Okay, Varus, you traveled the lands far long enough. This is normal feral goblins screaming their blood cry and apparently in battle. In the distance, you see a cart slowly being shot at by arrows in the distance. You see the arrows flying towards this young Drow in the distance. They actually cast and hold her spell while being shot at by a number of arrows hitting this magical shield that actually surrounded her. And Durathan and Varus, what do you two want to do?
I simply look into the group and say,
Someone is being attacked by goblins up ahead. We should help them. They might be in danger. And we get to smash some goblins.
Question.
Well, I respond to Durathan. It's like, Durathan, you sound like a good, genuine guy. Let's go.
Can they also hear her making a speech about friendship and teamwork?
Far. Too far for that.
I think I'll need a nat 20 to hear that speech. I'll definitely need a nat 20 to hear it. The 19 is not enough. I heard them screaming, but not the whole speech about friendship and all the other golly things.
Can I roll a
Right.
nat 20 to shut him up about the friendship speech?
No, too far away. It was actually Nenris actually speaking about the friendship part. Okay,
Okay.
Durathan and Varus roll for your initiative with +2 bonus. Thurston and Rinze just roll for your initiative.
Where do we spawn our character first? In which corner?
I already dragged them up.
Oh, okay, let me highlight... Yeah, let me just highlight my character and... It'll be initiative.
Jesus.
+2, so 18, so wait, let me adjust that. And so it's 20. And then Varus should be 17. Varus is not in the initiative counter. Okay, Varus, roll again. Click on your character token and roll initiative. Okay, wait. Okay, there it is. Alright, 15.1 is 17.1. Okay. Round 2. Nenris. In the distance, you see few others appeared from the road, but they don't look goblin to you. They don't look threatening to you. They look like a bunch of lost adventurers because they look like a bunch of orc, perhaps human, and even a tabaxi, you believe to yourself, or Linus. And your spell probably is still withstanding. But this goblin itself is actually going to be charging at you while it's actually getting loose. So, Nenris, what do you want to do?
I think she's like waving her arms to draw the attention of this group. Like, the goblins, that situation's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're going to be
I-
waving. It doesn't use an action. Okay, you
I'll
still
say
can act.
she like climbs back onto the cart so that she's higher up so you can see her better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it for her turn.
All right.
Oh, yeah, she's gonna healing word her horse.
All right. Okay. Healing word. The horse. The horse actually is injured, but not seriously injured. And then, okay, healing word 4. Okay, you heal back the horse. All right, Duraton. You see that this female Drow actually run up towards the cart, and then you notice that her mouth started to move, and then she put her hand on the horse's arch, and then after that, the horse itself feels calm, but you're not too sure what is going on. So, what do you want to do? Welcome to tutorial combat. In order for you to move, you move up to 6 squares based on your movement speed. So each square is 5 feet. You can dash. Dash actually increase your movement speed by double. If your movement is 30 feet, double that is 60 feet. 60 feet is 12 squares. 6 squares is 30 feet. So in order for you to move during this tutorial combat, 6 squares, each square 5 feet. You don't use the ruler, you move by squares. And when you attack, click in your character token and click on the attack button. If you want to cast a spell or use a range, measure the range by the square. So if the range is 120 feet, 120 feet divided by 2 is the number of squares that you can actually target. Okay, Jonathan, what do you want to do?
Bonus action to rage, and my action would be to dash to the goblins that are at the very top. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 30, and here's another 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. I'll be like slightly here. Yeah. I'll be like pulling my great sword and.
Are you using the ruler to move? Or are you using the square?
I'm using the squares actually. I marked the
okay.
squares in front of me. Like I was basically here. So this is 1, 2, 3. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's 30, and I raged as a bonus action, of course, like prior to the whole thing, and then I moved upward another 30 feet as dashing.
Yeah. All right. Look. Dashing is a straight line, yeah, as I tell you. So you can't move like that. You can't.
Oh, okay.
You can't move. You can't move like this and then zigzag in a dash. Dash is a straight line.
Oh, in that case, yeah, understandable. I'll just move my.
So you can only move up to 6. That's it.
Yeah. 3. I'll just move my standard movement then, while still raging. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's it. That's it for me. Oh wait.
Okay.
Since I'm actually raging, I'll use my javelin at him. I'll use my javelin and attack that one guy over there.
Okay. Then roll to hit. Range. Okay. You took the javelin. The javelin flew, but it hit the rock where it actually stood. And the javelin just falls at the side of the rock itself. And the goblins actually hits nicely, slowly, looking at you. And they scream. And after he faces and turns his attention to you. Then the Drow, this one, took out his bow and shoots at you. Okay, right. And you saw the arrow flew from the bow itself and hit the ground where you stood. And you actually jumped to the side, avoiding his arrows. And Varys, your turn. Jonathan was lucky not to be hit by the arrows. What do you want to do?
Okay, sorry. I'm here.
Your turn. Varys?
I'm just looking. I'm here. I'm just looking. There's no way for me to get to them.
I'm going to. Oof.
Fire Bolto! Kamehameha! Hadouken!
Shit, I forgot I was such a low level. I'm going to cast a sleep spell.
Sleep spell. Range to.
Sleep is 90 feet.
Okay. 90
So
feet. So it
I'll
should
move
be in
up.
range.
I'll move up to here. That should be enough. I mean, I got 30 feet movement, and I'll cast it. I'll cast it over here to take out those 2 goblins.
Right. Okay. DC save 14 wisdom.
There's no DC save for sleep. It's just I've got to try to roll above their hit points.
Okay. Alright. Gonna be rolling.
23 hit points. So if they have 23 hit points behind them, beside both of them, they could fall asleep.
Alright. Okay. And then after that, they just stop.
I'm going to. That's my action. I don't have any bonus actions, so that's my turn. Sorry.
Alright. Okay, next one.
Are both goblins dead or asleep
Asleep.
on the hill?
They're
Okay.
asleep. If you hit them, they're gonna wake back up. So please don't hit them. Not yet.
Alright. This one actually moves. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This one actually attacks you, Nenris. And got his bow, attacks, and okay. Okay, it hits you on a 20. 20
Yep.
on the short bow. Alright. Okay, you receive 2 piercing damage.
No, we did that wrong.
Okay, that's done. Alright. Okay, Renze. You see Varus actually put 2 goblins down. You're not too sure whether they're actually sleeping or they're dead. What are you gonna do?
We'll just leave them. I have 35 feet of movement, so I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's the range in that now? Check out my weapons. Just a moment.
Alright.
I might use crossbow. Just checking out the range on it.
Should be in range. Since it's like 60 to about 90 feet, so 1 square, 2 square, like 2, 4, 30, 40, 50, 60. It's in range.
Okay. I'll use it then. Crossbow.
Okay, light crossbow, 19. Actually, you took your crossbow, you aim at the goblin, and I was say struck. Roll for damage.
I rolled and got 7 piercing damage.
7 piercing damage. Right? You struck the goblin, and on the shoulder, you actually scream, and after it curses in goblin, and after that, it's like Thurston, you actually heard Malaka, and it's like, kill them! And after that, Jaga! And after that, curse you! After being struck by the bow itself.
Hang on, I have a bonus action. I'm just checking out what it is. What's my bonus action? Oh, it's my daunting roll. Yeah, no, I don't have enough range on that, so I'll end my turn.
Yeah,
Can't really
that's
ready
done.
action or anything, so. Yep.
Yeah, this goblin move 1, 3, 5, 6. Took out his bow, and then shoots at you, Renze. This one. Okay, rolling to hit. It cocks his bow and it fires, and then it hits you on a 19. Okay,
19 AC.
yeah, on a 19 AC. And it struck you for 3 piercing damage. And then this goblin, the one that you shot earlier on, it actually raises its bow and it fires at you, and then struck your armor instead. And then Turin, what do you do?
I'm gonna move to here, and in Goblinoid, I'm gonna intimidate them to surrender. I will spare your lives for now for this incident.
Intimidation action. You can't attack once you use your action, so intimidation with disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fine. Intimidate.
If you roll a 20-20, you're like, wow, whoa, yes. Okay, 9 is quite low already, and 9 is already a failure. If you roll again, it's under disadvantage. So you failed. You use your action already to actually speak to them in Goblinoid. And after that, you notice that the goblins here, right in front of you, start attacking you for laughing.
Do I roll again for
You can move, but you can't attack.
Okay. That's my full action, so
Right.
it's fine.
And this goblin then move to the dead horse and then start shooting. Start shooting at Renze with his bow. And wow, a 23.
What?
Hey,
How is that 33? Yeah, what?
I rolled 23. Yeah, trust me. You can't see my roll because it's whispered to me. But if I unwhisper it, then you guys get to see my rolls, and it's much more dangerous to see my rolls. Trust me. So after that, I roll to attack, struck, and then okay, Renze, you receive 3 piercing damage.
Can I use a bonus action?
Nah, you don't use bonus action for this one, unless you use a full round action to dodge. Then you can take the full defense action, and everybody that try to attack you will have disadvantage. I suggest you do that if your HP is really low. Now, round 3. Here, Nenris, this goblin is actually attacking you. While your shield spell is really still there while you're concentrating on it, another concentration spell will probably break it. So what you want to do?
She's going to take the shove action against it.
Mm-hmm.
So, could I get an athletics or acrobatics check?
Acrobatics.
Doesn't matter what you roll. It's not going to be less than a 1. So she did this thing ineffectively.
The goblin actually looks at you and actually puzzled. The goblin actually have a puzzled look looking at you like, eh?
Yeah, that's the turn.
And then Druid, what you want to do?
Okay. I will.
Rinze, you notice, has been struck by 2 arrows. You better start sucking in all the damage, otherwise Rinze is gonna fall.
That's 15, 20, 20, that is a 25, and that is 30. I'll be right here in his face. As for my action, let me just minus 1 javelin from before. I shall throw a javelin at this fella behind the horse.
He got cover, just to tell you that. Cover from a dead horse.
Oh, will it be a disadvantage if I attacked this
No,
one?
it just increases its AC. If you shoot the one behind the dead horse, he have
Uh-huh.
AC bonus. If you shoot the one in front of the horse, he doesn't have AC bonus.
Oh, okay. I'll shoot the one in front of the horse. And this is one javelin roll for the win. And no, another wasted javelin that just...
Nope. You throw away the javelin. It struck the dead horse instead, and you miss the goblin. The goblin just looks at you.
I just like wild raging.
Roar, come at me!
Right. Okay, Varus, your turn.
Right here.
Varus is deciding what to do. Should he use a spell, or should he charge with his daggers instead?
I mean,
What should he do? What should he do?
I mean, a sorcerer with no armor attacking a goblin, that's obvious. That's normal.
Use your Hadouken. Firebolt.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Mind Sliver. So I'm gonna move up first. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, move to here, and I will Mind Sliver the one here.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
That's DC 14 intelligence.
Okay.
He takes 3 damage if he fails.
You drive disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind. DC 14 intelligence. Okay. Safe. Normal.
He takes no damage.
Intelligence.
You're
Roll
the
a
lesser
4.
creature. Oh, he fails.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what an idiot! As I drive a spike of pure energy into his mind, he
Right.
takes damage, and that is my turn.
What's your damage? You have to roll for damage.
3. 3 is
3
the
damage.
psychic. It's automatic
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that. Yes. Alright. You hit him. The goblin actually like, hold his head like, and then now the goblin still sleeping at the top, and then this other goblin then attacks at Nenris. Okay. Struck your armor instead, Nenris. Your shield of faith receive the brunt of the attack itself. And you're safe. And that Rinzai, after being struck by 2 arrows, with Thurston next to you, Varus actually heading to the front, casting some sort of weird spell, and Duratan actually throwing his javelin at the goblin but misses. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna use my I think it's bonus action, second wind. You have a
Yes.
limited well of stamina. Is that it?
Yeah.
No, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this. It's not
Yeah.
coming up. You can use a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level, which is 1. Gotta roll a 1d10. And that's a 9.
Mm-hmm.
I get all my health back.
Yep. That's right in the description. Right.
Yep, and I have to do a full short or long. Okay, short or long rest if I can use it again. Okay, I'm going to. Let's see what I can do. Can I ask you how much health each goblin has?
No, you don't.
Okay. Alright, what's the
Point the game.
distance?
But the goblin in the distance actually looks at you. Over here. Wait. He got 4 killing fails. That's what the goblin actually speaks. Nope, but didn't say that.
Okay.
So what do you do?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that'll still be enough distance for me to use my crossbow.
Who are you gonna shoot? This or the one in front? Okay, the one we
The
want
one
to
in
cover.
front.
Right, roll to hit.
Let me get
You
just
pull the string from your crossbow and let loose, and the bolts fly. And
Hang on, I didn't even press anything yet. Okay, light crossbow.
9, and it misses.
Damn. What else can I do? I don't think I can do much more.
Isn't
Nope,
your
nothing
roar as a Leonin a bonus action?
I know, but it's only within 10 feet of me, and they must do a
Oh, yeah.
wisdom saving throw. So I'm quite far away.
Understandable.
Yeah, I mean, I
Miss
got my
Goblin?
health back and try to do it damage, but yeah, I am my turn. Can't do anything else.
Okay, this goblin shoots at Varus, pulls out his bow and fires, and
No.
holy moly! Okay, okay.
No, not the lesser creatures. No.
Okay,
Don't hit me.
Varus, you got
I'm
hit.
dead.
You got hit for 5 piercing damage.
Oh. Can Varys crumple up on the floor, please?
Wait,
In
you're
a
not
fetal
down.
position.
No, I'm not down, but I'm pretending to be down. So by
Okay.
the end, I mean, come on.
Okay, this goblin shot you and then hiding behind the horse, and then this goblin instead moves and shoots at Durathan, and it misses. The four actually fly past you, hit and misses completely. And Turson, your turn.
I'm gonna run. What was it? Yeah, I'm gonna run to here and smile at the goblin who's right next to me, and I end my turn.
Wait, how did you do it? Like running?
He
How-
dashed.
Oh,
I dashed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. And that's because I dashed and all that stuff. That's the end of my turn. So
Then this one, this goblin behind the horse, shoots at you, Durathan. And what's your armor class? What's your armor class?
15.
Okay, it's a 16, so it hits.
Mhm.
Alright.
Um,
Then you receive 3 piercing damage.
divide
Great.
by 2 because I'm raging. So how much is that?
Rounded down should be.
Yeah,
It's one.
yeah, just one.
You want rounded down or rounded up?
No, rounded down actually.
Okay, just in case you want it to be really hardcore, then rounded up. Then, okay, rounded down, so it's 1. Okay, round 4. Okay, Nenris, your turn.
Nenris is accepting. Gotta knock this guy out. She's gonna strike with her dagger.
Okay, from the top, you like struck with the dagger, roll to hit, and it's a hit. 4 damage.
he's on.
You like stab the goblin, the goblin's like trying to actually fend your dagger with his short sword, ka-ting, 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 and then you stab it, get the
She's
chest.
not trying to kill it. She's just like get it in the arm so that it, it's not gonna die if I stab it here.
And the goblin like, it screams, and then Bruton, your turn.
Okay, I advance. That's 5, 10, 15, and I attack this guy with my great sword.
That's gonna do some damage. Great sword. Oh!
That's a hit.
And
he's
plus,
dead.
that's 13 with like the rage, so he's like, as he like the sword just come crashing down from shoulder, hitting the guy like all the way. Is he dead?
And alright, you struck the goblin. Okay, how do you want to declare this action?
Oh,
You
easy.
cleave it in half.
Yeah, exactly. The sword like come crashing down from his right shoulder, all splitting him in half, and like the blood just like. He's
Like a triangle.
Yeah,
Blood
exactly.
splatters on your sword and on your body,
Like,
and
I
then
was
the goblin's skull ripping pop the moment you actually raise and slam it down. Okay, you can still move though. I think you move 15 feet. You
Oh
can
yeah,
still
yeah.
move another extra
Definitely.
three squares.
I move just in front of this guy, and I'm like, while the blood is like dripping from my sword, I'm like,
You're next.
This one's still sleeping. Okay, Varus, your turn.
I'll be pretty impressed with Durothan. I'll be like, yes, cut them all up, and I will rush 30 feet up.
that's 1, that's 5, 10, 15.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can move up to here.
Mhm.
Who can I see is the most damaged on our team?
Okay, if you use your passive perception to see who's the most damaged, it's this one.
On our team, I want to see 2 people who's most damaged. Or if there's no one that's not really injured as such, I'll just continue on.
Yeah.
Our team, not the goblins. So who's
This
the
one
most
is not.
injured?
This one is not injured at all.
No, on our team.
No, on our team, our group.
Our team.
On your
I'm
team,
healing.
Yeah.
on
On
your
our
team, at the moment, it's you.
It's me. Shit.
How ironic.
Most
I'm gonna move up another 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'm going to cheat. I am going to 15. Sorry, I was here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll move to here, and I'm going to cheat. I am going to dive to the ground, please. And that's my turn.
All right. Okay, this one's still sleeping, and this is attacking Nenris again with his short sword. The goblin snarls at you, Nenris, and it stabs at you, and it misses and hits your shield instead. And now, Renze, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to right there. That's it'd be 35 feet because that's my movement. Gonna go right up here, I think. Where was I? Or was it here? I think I'm there. Started there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7
You were
diagonally.
Yeah, you were like
Seven,
Okay.
here. Yeah.
7 squares.
Yeah, it's 7 right there on this square.
Mm-hmm.
That should be. Hang on. That should be roughly around 10 feet, right?
Yeah, like
Yep.
from the square, from this one to the one where the goblin is, it's full-fledged 10 feet. Because it's you count the square, so yeah, it's definitely more than enough distance for you to use your roar on him.
Yeah, I just want to see how much it does on him. So, saving throw on that would be 12. It's 8 plus my proficiency, which is plus 2, plus my constitution. I think that's what it was. Yeah, so it's just plus 2, so it's 12 saving throw.
If you see the cloud symbol when you hover over your roar, yep, exactly. That's how you share the skill.
Yep, so I'm gonna do that on him. Is he gonna do the saving throw or no?
Saving throw wisdom. Okay, rolling.
Oh.
Then the goblin stares, and after that sees you, and after that, then slowly like moves away, but it's not that turn yet. Okay.
He's the other two. Okay. Alright, how far is he away from me?
Moving. So if it was here, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from here. Okay, and that's done.
Actually, I was gonna attack him after because the roll was my bonus phase. So I was gonna attack him with my weapon as well because that's my actual action.
Mm-hmm.
So did he move like as soon as I rolled?
Wait,
or...
if it's your bonus, then if it's frightened, just to show
Yeah.
you. Okay, this is frightened.
Okay. Can I attack him? Because I was gonna attack him after I do the daunting roll because daunting roll was my bonus action, so I didn't get my action.
You can use a range attack. You still need to beat its armor class. Exactly. It will just run away from you. That's about it.
Okay. I'll use my crossbow because my claws obviously can't hit him, and my warhammer is like too short. So I'll use my light crossbow.
Nope. You missed.
Okay.
I mean, you miss your crossbow, your bolt actually just flew past it and doesn't hit. And then this one, apparently, attacking this goblin, being close, and
Wait, don't I get advantage because he's feared?
no.
Then what actually happened when he's feared?
They will
just run away from you.
Yes. Disadvantage.
Yeah, they have disadvantage on anything that they do, and even including attacking you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're just running away. After that's done, then this one away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then after that, this one attacks you, Druid, with its short sword, and it misses. After that, it disengages immediately as a bonus action. 1, 2, 6. Okay, Turin, your turn.
I'm gonna run and crush tackle this guy. This guy here. So I want to crash tackle him.
All right. Athletic versus acrobatic.
Yep.
I can use
Acrobatic.
athletic or acrobatic, up to you.
Yep. Acrobatic.
And the creature has disadvantage because he's feared.
No, only on you,
Yeah.
not on.
No,
Turin.
Oh, only on me. Okay.
No, it's everything. As long as it's within sight, it's
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, basically, as long as he
So,
keeps
on
seeing,
ability checks, that counts.
as long as he keeps seeing Renze, as long as there's Renze within his line of sight, then he has disadvantage. He has to basically
Although
not
actually-
see him.
Logically, if it's running away from him, it wouldn't be looking at him.
Yeah,
Unless it's running
it will
back.
not. It will not looking. It will not be looking at the source of his fear. It's true. What Nenris said. Actually, I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
So,
If it's at him,
acrobatics 14. Right, Turin, you try to actually tackle the goblin, but the goblin was just too nimble for you and managed to actually slip away and runs.
Okay. That's pretty much my turn.
Okay, yep, and that's done. Okay, Nenris, your turn.
Nenris, seeing a goblin get cheese toasted, is going to use her bonus action to vomit and her action to dodge.
All right. Okay. All right. You use dodge, so you'll have disadvantage against you later on. Okay. Now, your turn.
Okay, for me, I shall be moving, chasing this guy. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's a 25 movement, and I shall attack him with my great sword.
Oh.
don't even roll.
Just roll.
Yeah.
I want to see whether you can beat the HP. Okay, it's completely dead. Okay, so how do you declare this?
I basically chase him as he's running, saying, "Don't you dare run, you coward!" As I while running, I do like a kind of like a dash stab, stabbing him in the process, and just like moving my sword upwards, splitting him in half. and the blood gashing at me, screaming gloriously, saying, "Blood for Iros, the god of war! I dedicate this victory to you!" As he screams top of his lungs, vanquishing an enemy.
Dedicated to who?
Iros, the god of war.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tyros. Okay, this one's still sleeping because that goblin that was running away wanted to wake these two up. So it's okay. 1 more minute. I think another few more rounds they'll wake up. Okay, Varus, your turn.
Seeing as the person in the cart is being attacked, and she stabbed him in the arm, I'm going to say, "Don't stab him in the arm. Go for the guts." And I will mind Sliver.
He's currently vomiting.
Now,
Yes.
DC 14. Oh, 6. Please don't pass.
Okay, D6. All right, saving throw.
Intelligence.
Right, intelligence saving throw. Rolling for it now, and 8.
Yeah. He takes 6 damage.
Okay, 6. Still okay. Still alive. Okay, this one's still sleeping. Okay, this goblin attacks you, Nenris. Rolling to attack, and after he uses his short sword, stabbing at you, and again, nope, hits your shield instead. And now, Renze, your turn.
To chase after the guy who was running away. So that'd be. So I turn into full lion mode and I'm pouncing at him, running. This square should be 7 feet right there. So
That's 5, 10, 15,
Yeah.
20, 25.
7 squares.
30, 35. Yep, exactly. You're right.
yep. And then I will just gently put down my crossbow, and I will draw out my warhammer. I got a warhammer, right, or is it battle axe? I'm not sure which one I've got.
Check under your attacks to see what.
Warhammer. Yeah, I got warhammer, and I'll use it with both hands, and his still disadvantage or something. I don't know.
And
6.
you're like, oh, you swing the warhammer at the frightened goblin, but the goblin actually jumps to the side, and your warhammer hits the ground where it stood, and you miss.
Not even gonna bother rolling for damage because I missed anyway.
Yes.
I think that's about it that I can do. I'm just I'm gonna call out and just surrender,
The goblin
mate.
screams when it sees you.
Is he actually gonna run all the way home? Far out, man.
Okay.
Well, that's the end of my turn, I guess. He's running away. How far is he gonna run?
Yeah.
Curious.
The goblin disengages and runs away. He'll run away all the way to the edge of the map. Okay, Thurston, your turn.
I'm gonna scream out in Goblin. Your fight is useless. Put down your arms. We'll spare your lives. If you don't, we'll end them.
Right. Roll for persuasion with disadvantage. Ooh. All right.
Go away.
Okay. The DC is actually not 20. It's actually 15. So it actually speaks out in Goblinoid. This goblin, the one that was actually fighting Nenris earlier on, actually turns to face you, Thurston, and he speaks back to you in a different language other than Malak. It speaks to you like, "Alright, we surrender. Stay alive. Give us a bit of food. We will leave you alone. We only want food." It speaks to you, Thurston. Speaks to you.
I speak
But they
back.
lay down their arms. You promise. He speaks to you.
I speak back. We'll give you a piece of food if you want. You can join us for our quest and give you plenty of food and glory.
Okay. Alright. This combat ended.
Can I pick up my crossbow that I dropped down wherever it was, and re-equip my Warhammer?
Okay. The goblins that you put to sleep, Paris, they woke up, but they went back to one of their leaders. And after that, they all went to Thurson's area. They went to Thurson instead, because Thurzon is the only one that actually speaks Goblin in the party.
I guess
And then after that, they actually speak to you, Thurzon. They all speak to you in Goblin. They don't know how to speak Common at all. They have no idea how to speak Common. They know how to speak in like garbles and jagged or jagged languages like chukata, puka. Like you put in,
Yeah.
it's like you put in like a whole sentence, put it into a blender, and you press the blender machine, and that's how it sounds like. Yes.
Yeah, it's all mixed and garble.
Yeah, it's like gobble up words, and imagine you speak a whole sentence backwards and stuff in a blender. So after what they spoke to you, one of them told you that we only want food. They told you that we saw this young Drow lady alone. We told her we wanted your food, but since she was alone, the horse was just too good to be true. We wanted to eat the horse too and eat her too. It's like, but Nenris, you were there. You listened to all this.
Yeah. As this is happening, Nenris is picking up the 5 days worth of food you laid down for them.
Yeah.
It's like,
So,
well, it seems they didn't want food. Puts it
so
back in
you
the
hear, so you hear Thurston also talking the same language, like he's having a bad sore throat or something. And
Yeah.
Thurston, you heard the goblins. They said they wanted food. They told you we wanted food because the lizard people they control the river and the insects. The insects brighten light at night. Head over to lizard. Now lizard lost their home. Lizard come to our home, chase us away, and now we got no place to stay. He tells you that.
I turn around. My quest is to sort out the lizard problem, and if you join us, you will get plenty of food and possibility at home. I have a village who will enjoy your company. There's other goblins are there as well, friendly, and you will learn how to speak Common and learn.
But yes, they look at you, and after that, then they speaks out and said, "You finish your task." It begs to you again. You finish your task. You head to our village. There's not many of us. You kill that man. They point at Durothon. That man evil. Smash easy. Kill us easy.
Yes, we in Goblin. If we can't negotiate with the lizard to give back the main quests, we will kill them. But
Lizard. Then they told you. Lizard got chased away by light. Flying beetle carry light to their home. They ran away. They came to our place, chased us out. Now we live only in small places in the river. But now we are glad we don't have food because the lizard men control the food at the river. We got nothing else to eat. We have to do this. Speak to you in Goblin. We don't have village. We don't have a clan. There are only 12 of us. You killed 2, of course. And the other goblin babies and the goblin women. We don't have a place to stay. And you promise us that we can stay in a place where people can see us goblins as equal? That is
yes,
very difficult. How are you going to do that?
I point to Duratan. His village has other goblins with his village, and the clan leader there, he's wise and smart, and I can't see any problem of your remaining survivors can join us.
The goblin then looks at Duraton, and after they point at Duraton with a short sword and said, "That orc just killed us very easy. How do we have your word that he and his people will not kill us the moment we were in front of their gates?"
Well, I'll make sure there's...
No. We cannot make sure this way. The goblins actually asks you, looks at you, their face actually worried. "We will wait for you once you finish. You will head back, you will meet us, and you will bring us there. We will not go there without you. But if we do not see you within the next few days, here, down the south, near the river banks itself, you will find us, friend. If we don't see you within the next few days, we will leave the camp and head elsewhere."
Okay. Hopefully we can meet you before you leave the camp there. I turn to Duraton. Is there I explain the goblins their situation to him, and is that alright of letting these goblins to join your clan?
It is not up to me to decide if they should join, but my chieftain should make a fair judgment when it comes to them joining or not. Our clan is small. Everybody pitches in, no exceptions. We'll tell the chief about them and let his wisdom decide.
I will relate to the goblin. We'll talk to the chieftain on the way back. Hopefully we won't miss you. Be safe, my friends.
You'll be safe on your journey, but be careful. The lizard men are very agitated when it comes to strangers after they're being chased out from their tomb, away from those insects. Those insects were carrying something bright, something light. You're not too sure what it is. But I hope that you go well on your journey.
Thank you. And you too, Mark.
And then the goblins actually turns to Nenris, and then the goblins actually speaking goblinoid to you, Nenris, and said, "The only thing you heard, Nenris, was just..." But what Thurston actually heard was, "We do deeply apologize for doing all this attack on you. We only wanted food. If it's okay with you, can we actually have a few of your rations to bring back for our children?"
He sort of looks to the sorry, I haven't caught everyone's names. The party member who could speak goblinoid, sort of.
Turin.
You heard him as Thurston. You know as Thurston, but he know how to speak goblin. I think the only one they know how to speak goblin.
What are they saying?
So they just want some food, just for their clan, and for the time being, till we come back and pick them up.
Yep, she's digging out the same 5 days of rations, and handing them over. Like, "Oh, I wish. Can you tell them? I wish we could have, avoided the bloodshed, and I'll try and learn goblinoid so that I don't have the same problem next time I come through."
I'll relate this to the goblinoids.
Varys is so happy to be seeing Tyrson and Nenris getting on so well with the goblins as he's slowly stuffing his intestines back into his stomach after being almost killed. Yes, that's very nice. Good job, guys. I'll start coughing up blood. I'm fine, sure, I'm fine.
I would help you if I could, but I'm out of magic for today.
Come here, my friend. I'll heal you. How much?
No. You talk to your goblin friends. You go on.
It's okay, and I'll pretty much,
Actually,
yeah.
Nenris is gonna come over to Varus and sort of would you like me to? She wants to attempt to patch it up as best she can.
No, I'm fine. I have the magic, but I'm okay.
Oh,
I've got my eye on you.
You're a cleric too.
You could say that.
What god do you serve? I haven't met any clerics from other churches really. Big old smile on her face. This is the best day of her life. Still.
I'm just shaking my head, saying, "You don't want to know my god.
Oh,
really, you don't.
I want to know everything about your god."
I take Varus and I'll give him 2 hit points. And when I touch the little goblin on the head, I'll give him an extra 2 hit points.
I see. It's this type of group. Okay. I'm going to be angry with the goblin, but that's pretty much it.
That's why I did it.
As long as they are not here to hurt us, and we're helping one another, and I mean, violence is like going down, but if you're being nice and all, and helping one another, then I guess that's good. It falls under my values as well.
Yes.
So because I can't really do anything, I'm just watching, and I don't know. I might go up to a goblin and I might just gently pat him on the head. I'm like, "Good to have you along with us, buddy."
Oh God, he's made friends with them now. I'm a pretty terrible person. I'm sorry.
Nenris puts the arm around you and goes, "Don't worry, I'm sure you'll be able to make friends in no time."
Get away from me! Get your hands off me!
Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have been so forward.
You lot.
Taking her arm off you.
The goblin, one of the goblins, many of them actually left, leaving one of the leaders actually, the one that were attacking you, Nenris, the one that apologized to you, but you have no idea what he was telling you. He also said the same thing to Varus, but the only thing Varus heard was but of course, it sounds rough to Varus, but to Turson, it's just that we're really sorry that our arrows struck you on the chest and you almost died because of it. But if we could repay you, we head over to our village and we will give you something else in return, something that we found during one of our raids. But only Turson knows this. But it's up to Turson whether he wants to roleplay this.
I heard what he said. I jump back and say, "Quick, it's attacking! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it!"
I turn to... I just shake my head and turn to Varus. He apologized. If you want compensation, they are willing, but if it was me, I wouldn't take it.
Define compensation.
They found something. Okay.
Varus is not used to being given stuff from, again, I'm using air quotes, the lesser races. Maybe they might be useful after all.
Well, I overhear this because what's his name, Tosin is right next to me, and I'm like, "Well, I'm fully healed, but what about these 2 arrows? Is sticking out of me? Am I bleeding or something? Because we're going by grit rules." So I'm wondering that.
You're not bleeding. You just managed to actually stop it from bleeding badly. but you're just injured. But the only thing you need to do is perhaps have some sort of long rest or a short rest.
Mm.
Okay. Don't I have to pull out the arrows out or something? Like, how does it work in grit rules?
Okay, arrows actually, if you're really going for really true grit, this is grit. It's not really true grit. True grit, if your arrows will strike, you pull it, you lose 1 HP. But that was in 3.5 rules a long time ago. But it's okay. The arrows you struck, you just easily just break it because once you start healing it, the arrows just magically just come out from your flesh and just drops on the floor because the flesh itself actually just recombine and just push out any types of poison or any type of injuries within your body when you're slashed. So it's just like you're Wolverine, and you get healed when it comes to healing magic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
bullets
Alright.
bullets drop out, arrows got pushed out from your flesh, and many more. But Turson, the goblin actually tells you, "We'll be there in 4. We'll still stay there in within 4 days." The goblin tells you slowly. But if we don't see you during the last 4th day, we will leave, and you will not find us anymore.
Okay. I hope my goal will see you in the future. I'll make sure we'll be there.
Right.
Um,
Then the goblins actually bowed, waved,
yeah, I'll bow
bid
back.
farewell. Everybody else heard this whole conversation was like everything sounds really rough, like some broken record type of rough. But everything else, but in common, if this was normal language, it's all very normal. It's like I'll see you soon, my friend. Okay, but
Yeah.
everybody heard this as and then the goblin left.
Yeah.
Leaving you there. And then okay, now moving from right to left. Duratan, what do you want to do?
After I picked up my javelin and was cleaning up my sword from the blood as Varys was talking all that gibberish, I just basically walk up like next to him and say,
So, what did you and the goblin have a conversation? Sounded a bit deep.
yeah. So, the lizard folk were stealing their food, and there was a light they were using, and they were really confused and hungry. That's why they attacked us and attacked you guys. Especially you pointed to Nenris.
Nenris.
Nenris. Yeah, sorry, Nenris. And so, lucky enough, everyone's happy, and we got 4 days. They're probably going to stay at the village where they are holding up along the bank. In that 4 days, if we haven't turned to them, they will leave forever and won't find them again. So,
the more we think about it, the more the lizard men have a lot to answer for, and the goblins just left us with more questions than anything.
and I just sighed, I was like, yep. And I turned to Nerissa. Where you were traveling on this fine road, Neris?
Oh, I was heading up the mountain. I was sent to collect some minerals. I'm not sure if they specified what kind of minerals I'm looking for. Probably should have asked that question.
I just
I'll be honest, I was just so excited to, head out of the city. Well, the town.
Do you have a parchment you have to give to the clan leader of... I can't remember the guy's name because I'm illiterate.
Zaris. His name is Zaris, I think, yeah.
Yeah, Zaris. Yeah, sorry, Zaris, yeah.
I don't know, was she given a parchment?
Because usually if you are going to trade for something, they normally give you a parchment to give to someone for the trade.
Yeah, she probably got one. Yeah, she will produce it. Oh, yeah, here.
Okay. So I turn to... I was like, okay, we're heading towards... we're on a mission. And how far are we away from the main village we just left?
Roll for survival.
Would you like to be assisted?
Yes, please.
All right.
Okay,
Wait. Let's wait for Doratan's roll. Okay. Actually, even if Doratan help you, it's a natural 20 because he'll give you advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Doratan, I want to see your roll first. Can you beat a DC 10?
Okay.
If you don't beat a DC 10, the natural 20 doesn't work. Okay. All right. Then Turson actually rolled a natural 20. Okay. Turson, it's actually just 5 days of travel, but with the card, with Nenris' card, it's probably going to be a shorter trip. And not to mention that the rest of you could actually rest on the cart while it's actually moving, instead of walking on the road and getting yourself tired and might get exhausted. And not to mention that this would actually make you more aware of your surrounding when you're actually sitting down and looking all over the place against any ambush or any dangers from any other feral goblins. But after actually talking to the earlier feral goblin, there's no other feral goblins in this land except for this one. They were apparently chased out by the lizard man, because the lizard men were also chased out from their tomb by something else. So everybody's being chased out from something. This needs to be investigated. What's going on?
Yeah. I'll repeat this to everyone. So, but okay. I turn to the group. Would you just make a detour back to the village we just came from, or we just push on with horse and cart and supplies from the town? I'm not sure that's stealing or nothing.
Nenris you can always accompany Nenris because it's only less than a day's travel back to Frostwood Mountains. And then from there, once she actually drops the wine, and then after that get the supplies being sent back to Cinnaphead, then you could actually try to actually ask her to accompany you. And since that you do need a healer in the group, and since that she never actually mentioned that who she worships, you only know that she actually heals, but you're not too sure whether she's actually a cleric. And what you can do is you can actually discuss this with her, and in a role play opportunity kind of way.
Yep. So because you're back to where you come from, in that town, would you like to join us when you reach back to your town? It's on the way. Because we're just deciding right now, we're probably going back to where we just came from. Would we all go to a detour to get those goblins and take them back to the village we just came from? Would everyone happy with that? I didn't even know where she was going, so it's a open group discussion.
Yeah, if I'm more than happy to, give any help I can to those goblins.
Yeah, I'd like to help the goblins as well.
He's already moving stuff in the back of the cart to sort of make sure there's enough room.
Oh, Turson, you unlock another side quest, yeah?
Yay!
Write down on the piece of note, Goblin's Dilemma.
Goblin Dilemma.
I'm probably gonna...
Yeah, Goblin Dilemma. It's a side quest, actually. There's a lot of side quests here. I created about 100 over side quests.
Yep.
Just so I understand correctly, the snobby one is Various, and the reasonable one is Turson, and the genuine bloke is Duritan, right?
I'm basically like a wrestler in terms of clothing. So I'm wearing a fancy skull-based belt, and from the belt upward, it's naked.
I think we can see it from here. You can same thing.
Yeah, definitely.
He's also one of the lesser races, but we don't talk about that much.
I'm just looking at every single time he says lesser races. I'm just like,
I'm only joking. Come on, I'm so sorry. Just it's the character that I'm trying to play.
I know, but that's just adding one more point onto the gauge, the manic gauge of when I'm gonna bitch slap him next.
RP your characters, right? I like Vera's character RP. It's like you can't be all goody two shoes in a group.
We'll decide. We have decided to go back, get the goblins, and go back to the town we just came from, and see if they can have a home, and get supplies for the. I'm memory blank. For the dark person. Nenris, sorry. Nenris, and we will be on our way. Are you happy to do that?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Same here. Why not?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll head off to
Oh,
head off.
Frostwolf. So you'll get used to the name sooner or later.
Yeah. I'm technically because my character is like -1 in intelligence, so this actually helps completely. So we'll hop onto the carts and head to the Goblin Village and chauffeur them to the new home place they have. Hopefully.
Okay. You and the others head towards the cart. And with Nenris actually holding the reins and somebody else actually sitting next to her at a shotgun seat and the others actually sitting in the back. Well, you actually head back towards Frostwolf Village. You arrive like within the next day, perhaps. And then after that, you see Tyzal actually stirring and then, oh, back so early! Tyzal actually speaks back.
Had to make a detour. We encountered feral goblins attacking this young lass and her supplies.
Oh, feral goblins? This far out?
Yeah, I explained the whole situation with they got ran out by lizard men, and the lizard men got ran out of their homes by a bright light. And the lizard men been eating up all the food along the river. And I sort of convinced them to stop fighting and find another home for the goblins. And I recommended this lovely clan to join. I might need to speak to the clan leader, Zaris, to send out messengers from this clan to show them the way. Here.
Horus is out at the moment. Horus is there now, looking after this. But and after that, Tyzal that looks at you, Nenris, and after that, the orc slightly smaller but more muscular than Druid, and he looks at you and he said, well, so this is the wine that you sent from Cinnabad. Thank you for that. We were actually expecting Jonas Johanberg, Nenris. You're Nenris, right? He points at you.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh.
It's like offers a hand to shake.
Oh.
That is significantly smaller than theirs.
Then the orc looks at you and after he just slams his chest and said, "Oh, we heard stories that a young girl was heading over to our place. We did not expect it to be, pardon my manners, to be a Drow. We don't have much Drows in these lands, and neither are they actually quite seen in the mountains to the north. Mostly secluded they are. But
I gotta say,
sight.
I've never seen another one of us before. Well, I'm pretty sure I haven't. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes.
It's a rare sight. We thought you were, again, pardon my manners, we thought you were human. Indeed.
I'm pretty sure I'm not. I can't say for sure.
And then Tyzal then speaks out. And after that, he slowly leans over to Dorothon. After he whispers to Dorothon, "Hey, Dorothon, this this young Drow, she's quite. I mean, how to say the word? And we orcs, we don't use that word very often. Pretty beautiful. She's pretty smart. Yeah, that's a word. Pretty smart. Whispers to you, Dorothy.
I just simply look at him, back to the girl, then back to him, and I'm like, she's smarter than you and me both combined. So, I recommend, as the Pinkskins would say, hands off the merchandise.
And then he whispers again to you. Okay, Renze, Turson, Varys, and Nenris, please roll for perception. And while you roll for perception, he also whispers to Duraton and said, Do you think a drow like her can be with an orc like me? Okay, roll for perception.
Oh god. Oh god.
Wow! Everybody like fail except for Nenris. Nenris, you heard that? You heard his orc is like that guarded the gate is like asking Duraton a simple question. Does a drow like yourself could even be like an orc such as him? It never happened before in lore wise. But
She
it's just a
turns
simple.
she turns to him and goes, "Well, like, I'm still technically a child, so I think that would be. I would say that's not a good thing."
By law. And then after that, they think to yourself, and then after that, everybody else, okay, it's like technically a child, and then Duraton, you can actually roll for history.
Okay, I'll give you one history roll. Where are you, history? Here we are. Oh god.
Oof. You know, and you studied this quite well. By law, by history, by law of the lands, if she's technically a child, it's illegal in the lands. So you know this. You can tell Kaizal about it. He'll probably be banished from the village. You don't want to see your friend being kicked out from the village for something trivial such as this.
Definitely, I just simply put one hand on my belt and the other one like on his shoulder and say to him,
It is better you give up on this futile attempt, not unless you want to get banished. The law of the tribe prohibits the approach of underage females. You know that, and so do I. To risk such breaking of such sacred law is to simply get banishment from the tribe, and your name will
Aha!
never...
Then he laughed. Aha, that's okay. And after he apologized and looks at you, Nenris. It's alright, Lady Nenris. I prefer my women muscular and big and strong.
And of age, I sure hope.
Oh, yes. Many women here, they are old and wise. You'll be lucky to see them. But your cart, and we will remove the wine from the cart, and we'll prepare the mineral stones for a cinnamon in the next number of days. And do you need your horse and your cart here, or are you going somewhere else? I will ask you.
I believe I was meant to get something here and take it back on the same cart.
Oh yes. It will take about 4 days to prepare the minerals and put it into your cart. You could stay here for that number of days. We will treat you as family, Nenris. And while we prepare that for the next 4 days, you can stay here until then.
Turns to the rest of the party, like, well, are you guys able to stay here while this is happening?
In 4 days' time, the goblins will be leaving to somewhere else. We don't know where. So I'm pretty much going to speak to who's in charge here and make haste to the goblin village to escort them back here. That's my goals.
Well, I got 4 days. I'd be happy to come and help you guys with that.
Okay.
So that I would help as well.
Yep. I will head towards the camp where Nenris, the hobgoblin, is.
drag yourself to the middle, to the upward space.
Yep. Yep. Hey there. We came across some goblins. They were. First, I'm gonna say we're back again.
Oris looks at you. Whoa, that was fast. You just left like yesterday. How
Yes.
do you manage to solve the crystals? Do you manage to get back the crystals?
Not yet.
Oris looks
But
at you.
not yet. But it's on the books to do. This is like a time-sensitive issue, so we had to come back. So we came across some goblins who ambushed us, and we made a parlay of me talking to you for security of a clan of goblins there stuck and have no food, and they've been run out of their homes, and I suggested this clan because it's a fine clan of yours here, but they wouldn't. Their concerns are when I leave, they'll get executed, but I know that's not the case. I just want to let you know, is it alright to host more fit warriors for your clan of goblins?
Are the goblins here? Where are they right now?
Right now, they're along the lake further down, about, I think, 3 days away. On the lake stream. And by the 4th day, they'll leave, and I won't know where they are. I think it's a good opportunity to accept the invite. They can't speak common, but I have a good feeling they want to learn more civilized ways.
Oh, so you're saying that the goblins might leave anytime soon?
Yeah, in 4 days' time. So that's why one of the reasons why we head back and talk to you, seeing if it's okay. You can shelter this clanless goblins.
For persuasion?
Yep. Ha! Oh, I thought it was a 20. No.
Then Orosan looks. We don't really get or take feral goblins. They are hard to train and hard to get along with due to the language barrier. He actually speaks out. And
I agree, but by talking to the goblins in this camp village, I think they have the good tenacity to teach them.
Well, since that you said that they'll be leaving in the next 4 days, I will say that it's a good thing that they're leaving. We don't want any feral goblins in our lands nearby. They might pose a threat or trouble to the nearby villages. Well, since they'll be leaving, then there's no reason for them to actually stay longer. Then they could actually leave. Then there's no point for them to be here.
I look into basically Oris and from like my position say to him,
But perhaps we can use them. Manual labor. It does not need to be conveyed. They can,
Dave, Dorothy, I agree with you. Roll for persuasion.
okay.
Am I able to help him with that roll, or no, I can't because I rolled?
You can to assist.
Yeah, assist.
You just have to roll persuasion first, and if it's above 10, I gain advantage.
Oh, okay, yep.
Oh god, definitely. Thank you. Okay, persuasion with advantage. Even better.
Yes.
Orison looks at both of you after that person and talking with Duritan over the goblins and what needs to be done. And Orison said, "So Duritan, you're trying to say that we should bring these goblins here as our slave, and since they are feral and they are not as educated as our current goblin citizens here. Is that what you're trying to say?"
Yes. The current goblins, they can teach them how the clan hierarchy works. Whomever, of them doesn't like it, they can leave. We're not forcing them to stay. And if they chose to stay, they shall contribute in any way, shape, or form. Everybody in our clan works. No exception.
Horus listens to you and Turson as you're trying to actually tell them about the goblins. Horus puts his hand on his chin and start rubbing it and start thinking for a while. And after that he say, multiple times of And he said, then I will agree. Then you should actually let the goblins actually come here and we could actually discuss further. Of course, I haven't brushed in on my goblinoid language in quite some time, and I'm a bit rusty.
Well, by the time we shall go and bring them back, you should have enough time to brush up on your goblinoids.
Oh, Horus speaks. Then, let it be so. I would like to speak to the leader of this goblin to see where it goes from there. Are you heading there now? But you must never forget what you're supposed to be doing.
Most definitely.
Zyrus spoke of the crystals that you need to obtain. Otherwise, more dangers of the land, the darkness itself will engulf this region, and even worse things will happen. Such trivial stuff of asking goblins to actually come and stay here is minor as compared to the ones you're actually having now.
I agree. So the reason why I mentioned this to the goblin and everything is just because it's about probably a day's, probably two to an hour's walk. Depends on the survival role, I guess. The survival of the wilderness to get to them, but that's why I convinced the group to come back, and that's one of the main reasons why we needed to come back to talk to this. But because this conversation is over, we'll be heading off straight away.
Yes, do that, and make sure to return back safely with the item at hand, or the sex speaks out.
Most definitely.
Right. After the conversation, the cart was actually empty. They actually once you actually left, and most of the orcs and the goblins actually left up the mine from Sliphead, and then you see them slowly actually taking some of the minerals that's actually needed, like iron ores, copper, steel, and many more. That's actually trying to actually sort it out and put it into the cart for Nenris to actually bring back to Sliphead, since Sliphead is one of the best blacksmiths in the lands itself. But now that you have an empty cart, Nenris, now Duritan, Rinzai, Tyson, and Various. Okay, moving from right to left. Okay, Nenris, what do you want to do?
Nenris just waiting by the cart for time to go.
Okay, Varys.
I'm the same. I just want to get onto the next part because all these people.
Right. Okay, Turson.
Heading out and ready to go when everyone is ready to go, and leaving the cart behind because they have to fill it up with ore and stuff. So
okay, Right? Okay, Runze.
Yeah, can I actually drive the cart? I want to animal handle and drive the cart. I think that'll be
No,
more
it's
fun for me.
actually you have to roleplay this with Nenris if Nenris agrees.
Yeah, if well,
Okay, I'll roleplay this then. I'll
Mhm.
go up to Nenris and I'll say, "Hey, Nenris, how's it going?"
oh, hey, yeah, just waiting to head off.
Um, I know it's a bit out of nowhere, but I like to have some time to, sightsee and look around and stuff like that. And yeah, I would like to do some, you know, things that relaxes me. And so I was wondering if I could drive the cart.
Oh, yeah, well, I guess they need some time to sort the stuff. She hops into the passenger seat. Like, yeah, come on.
So that's a yes.
Oh yeah, get in. We'll go for a ride.
All right, we'll do that then.
Tizal the orc looked at you, Nenris, and said, "We'll get everything ready for you the next 4 days. Once you return, then the supplies will be for you to deliver to Snaphead. And Johanberg should be pleased for the delivery."
Alrighty then. See ya when that's done.
Alright.
Yep. Thank you very
And
much.
then all of you actually head out of Frostwolf Mountains again. Yeah. I'm gonna be removing. Where is the card? Okay, the card is at Frostwolf. I'm gonna be removing this. The access to move the card is still being provided to Nenris. Okay. So only Nenris can actually move the card. So, in order for you to know where is the goblins actually staying, they are staying not far from. They are somewhere around this woods itself, near the river banks that they mentioned. The river is here, which is 1, 2, and any of these hexes, which you can actually use survival or nature to actually find it. And this is where you're supposed to be going, the Sanctuary of Chaos.
Okay.
Okay. And the other side quests that I mentioned earlier on are here. The Ganuk and the Anuk tribe, which is very far away.
Guess we're gonna
And
do the
then,
time sensitive thing first.
alright. Okay. Decisions. Okay, alright, what are you guys gonna do?
I think we will go along the stream to find these goblins.
Alright. Okay, you need to head south, heading towards the Sanctuary of Chaos, follow the river further to the south, which is about 2 hexes. Roll for survival, and if you want to assist, if you get beyond 20, then you can move 2 hexes. Roll for survival first before moving the card.
Wait. Bring the card back to Frostwolf first. Put the card back in Frostwolf, because otherwise that's metagaming.
Alright.
Yep.
Okay.
Who would like to be assisted in terms of rolling for their survival?
I think I've got a proficiency in survival, so I don't think I need it particularly. I think.
So if you're proficiency in it, so it should has that bonus when you roll. So
If you basically
advantage is
if you basically get assisted, it means you can roll twice, pick the highest. Otherwise, you roll only once.
Okay.
As well, so I can help you.
Yeah, I'll let some help. The more help we can get, the better, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Assist.
Okay, I will roll first before you roll.
Okay.
And you have now advantage, so you can roll twice, pick the highest in terms of your survival.
That's the first one. I roll again.
Okay, your survival is 13. We could move
Just one hex. It's a slow ride. It's a slow, easy ride. Where you make camp, you eat your ration. For every survival roll, for every hex you guys move, it is a day. So reduce your rations by then. Let me roll for my random encounter. Okay, alright. Roll survival again. Every time you roll survival, I roll a random encounter. I roll a d100 to see whether any events happen.
Okay, first
Yep,
of
let me just
all,
put one down. Actions. There
okay.
we go.
Wait.
Assist me again.
Yeah. Just move the card. Yep. Now we can roll for survival. Let me assist you. And no, you
Nope.
only
No
roll
bonus.
once. Yep, only roll once. Hey, much better.
One hex and one ration.
Okay, that's one ration down. And repeating the same thing, so I'm gonna be now rolling again. Nope, only once.
Okay.
Hey, you move to the next hex and minus one ration again. And repeating the same thing. Nope.
Where are we now?
We're basically here.
Okay.
Now roll for survival. Okay. One hex away. Oh.
Okay. Now let's go straight to this scene. Okay, I'm gonna go straight to this scene because it's already many days have passed. And
What's
okay,
DC?
Elgen. Elgen, what's your character class anyway? Is Elgen in the game?
Elgen.
Looks like he's maybe some sort of ranger, maybe.
I'm not sure. I'm just waiting for him to respond.
Elgen? Elgen. Well, let me mention him. Oh, wrong
No,
channel.
tag him in Discord.
Yeah,
Tag him in Discord
yeah.
until his scene comes. Wait until he responds in Discord after we go back to him. Okay, meanwhile, at the Goblin camp. Listen, it's already the fourth day, and the fourth day you arrive. And one of the goblins when you arrive, most of them already packed their stuff and about to actually leave this old ancient ruin area that they actually made as their camp. And when you arrive itself, Thurston, you actually hear the goblins actually speaking Goblinoid and said that they are here. Lower down your weapons, all speaking in Goblinoid. But when you heard it, the others that doesn't know Goblinoid, it sounds like it's threatening. It sounds very threatening that you actually wanted to raise your own weapons to actually defend yourself against them. So, Thurston, what do you want to do?
To tell them it's fine. They're just saying we are here and putting down their weapons. It's fine. So I'm going to approach. Hands up. Hello, my friends. I return with great news. May I talk to who's in charge? I actually forgot to introduce myself.
You see all the goblins, they all look the same to you. You're not too sure who's actually in charge even. And when you actually look around, one of the goblins says actually in front of you actually walks out and actually speaks and said, I am the one in charge. The goblin actually speaks out. His voice will be rough and gruff. But to the others again sounds very aggressive. He speaks aggressively to you, Thurston, but to you it's normal language, but to the others aggressive. Yeah.
I talked to the. I bargain a deal for you guys. They just want to talk to the clan leader with everyone, and I'll be there to protect you if anything is foul.
This goblin that speaks, he points to a stab wound on his shoulder. Your friend stabbed me on the shoulder. You know who you're talking to. He speaks to you.
Yes, I'm talking about. I'll point to Jordan's. His village has accepted the offer, and part of the bargain I struck with your fellow goblins, I want to hold of escorting you to that place.
Where the goblin actually speaks out. Chieftain Horus want to speak to us. Want us to stay with him. Frostwolf
Yes.
Mountains. The orcs.
Yeah.
The great orc leader Frostwolf himself wants us goblins to stay there.
Yes.
Is this for real? Are you lying? Or are
I
you
am
cheating us? Are you sending us to our death?
I am not cheating you or sending you to your death. I'm here
Roll
to.
for persuasion. I'm rolling for his deception. I'm rolling for his insight.
Yeah.
Somebody else better
Oh,
assist.
wait.
Thurston.
Let me actually assist you with this one because he's gonna like.
It could go south. Okay, don't roll a 1.
Oh, you have advantage. Oh, okay.
Whoa,
Better.
that's high.
Yeah, definitely better.
Yeah.
Okay. You calm your voice slightly. You talk goblinoid night. Your yak and your blending languages is like trying to calm this goblin down. And said, and then the goblin in the end looks at you and said, "Then, sorry, I misjudged you, human." He looks at you, thinking that you're human, of course, the person. Then you look, and then the goblin and said, "We will head over and speak to Horus, Grey Wolf, and talk to him. If he is an acceptance, if you see our remains and our bodies outside the camp, then you only have yourself to blame for the women and the children in this place. Our blood will be yours."
Yes. It's not going to end to that at all. But the guard at the gate, guard at the village is expecting you, and I don't know the orc's name at the village. I don't know, but anyway, we'll.
Then after that, this goblin they walk as a promise and a gratitude of our friendship and your kindness in letting us live. I have something for you. Come here.
You don't have to. I was like,
He asks you to walk forward.
Yeah, I'll walk forward. Yeah.
You notice that this goblin actually head towards one cache hidden underneath a bunch of haystacks. And after that, then he went out. Then he took it. And after that, then he actually passed it over to you. And then he said, "We stay in this ruin, this ancient ruin. We found this in the hands of an old corpse. It seems to be holding this small little pointy sticky thing. And when you look at it, it's actually a wand.
It's a wand.
And then
okay.
it's a wand. And then after that, then he was wearing this heart-shaped thingy on his neck. Not sure what it is. But after that, he passed you a small amulet with a heart-shaped image to it. This is what we found. We throw away the skeletal remains to the river. And hopefully the crocodiles eat it, of course. But this ruin is old. We do not dare go further in to investigate further. You heard about this. There's an old ancient ruin underneath your feet. This is an optional side quest. If you dare venture into its ruin, okay, you better write this down in your notes. Ancient ruin, unknown, question mark. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have done this quest, but this quest will only be complete once you return back to Frostwolf to see the negotiation process. It's not done yet. The only thing is these goblins will head to Frostwolf Mountains and then await your return.
Okay, that's fine. It gives us some time to find out what's the problem with the crystals and stuff. So that's great. We don't have to double hand it ourselves.
Yes. Alright, and then after that you return back to your party, and then you can RP with them.
Yep, and I pretty much explain what's just happened. I give the necklace with the heart to Nenris, and Varys, I'll give you the wand. And explain, I'm not sure this is cursed or what they do. Not my responsibility.
Before you start saying you're not sure if this is cursed, Nenris has put it on. I'm sorry.
You feel a slight the moment you put it on, you feel a slight tingle, like your whole body, like whoa. That's it.
If I had known, we were going to be... She sort of digs through her bag to see if she has any gifts to give you in return.
No. It's not for me. It's from the goblins. So the goblins are going to meet us at the mountain or village. I'm terrible with names. I just say that in character.
Frost Wolf Mountain, pink skin.
Sorry, Frost Mountain. Thank you. Not disrespectful.
Varys is going to do a Picard with his head in his hands and say, "You give us items and then you tell us they're cursed after we put them on."
I said might.
And they're from goblins.
Yes, and they found it on a dead corpse, so...
So goblins gave you dead corpse loot, and you give it to us to put on, and then after we put them on, you tell us they're cursed?
No, they might. Correction, might.
Might.
To be fair, it's possible anything could be cursed.
Yes. I have a feeling, and I'm going to look at him in his eyes. I have a feeling something may be cursed, all right.
Well, you are.
Oh, you don't want to go there with me.
I'm kidding. I slap his back.
You shall perish, like all the others.
Calm down.
Hang on, that's a bit harsh right there. 1 minute we're handing around gifts, and now you're handing out threats. I know I'm new to this group, but I just don't think that's a healthy way for party members to be acting towards each other.
I have a whole bag of holding of threats with your names on them. Okay, be careful.
I just smile and nod and go.
If I use this wand, am I going to explode?
Depends how you want to use it, really.
I'll give it a few waves.
You give it a few waves.
I'm giving you
Roll for Arcana.
Oh god. If I die, I swear to God I'm haunting you as a ghost. Arcana.
Like the other person said that.
You wave the wand, nothing happens.
See, nothing happened. Nothing to worry about.
We've wasted enough time here. We should
Yes.
move on to the Lizard Men's temple. We're not that far from the temple area. We could finish the temple and then come back to Frostwolf Mountain.
Yep, I agree.
I guess it wouldn't hurt too much to delay the delivery a little. If it'll help, end this conflict.
Yep. I agree. We're hanging too much here, so let's move on.
Okay. You left the goblin camp to let them pack and head straight to Frostwolf, while the rest of you head straight towards the cart and travel back to where the Lizardman's sanctuary is. And since there's actually 2 hexes away, just roll for survival, and one guy roll for assistance, and the other one roll for survival.
Yeah, but I'm going back on the driving. So
Okay,
roll for
let me-
assist.
Okay, assist and then survival.
Okay, let me assist you first.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you all already have your long rest,
Bro.
Varus.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
bruh, you're
He rolled a
Ooh.
natural one. He rolled a natural one. Oh, you shit.
yeah,
Okay.
you're on your own. You're on your own. You're on your own. Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Okay, just a hack. Here, reduce your rations, and the day itself, you follow the river trail further towards west, and then roll for survival again. Roll for assist. Lower your
For
rations
assist.
by 1.
You're on your own again.
You're really not helping, are you?
Surprisingly, I'm
Oh.
proficient with
I know.
Oh
survival.
man.
Oh, okay.
Should
The
anyone
two
roll
people
me
that's
back?
proficient with survival is not rolling very well. But during the afternoon, while
Yeah,
actually using the
Oh,
cart,
sorry.
Runze and Nenris, please roll for your perception, while Varus and the others that's not right at the front roll for perception.
Okay.
So me or me not roll perception?
Everybody roll for perception. I just want to see the score.
Oh.
Nenris doesn't notice it. Varus doesn't notice it.
Nope.
Duratan doesn't notice it. Runze doesn't notice it. Okay.
Somebody
Uh,
please roll high on their perception. Oh god.
Whoa.
God.
Wow.
What the hell?
Everybody's. It's
Everybody's
either everybody's
blind.
like too relaxed, or admiring the view, looking at the river, like wow, beautiful stream. You think to yourself, all of you, but the
Nenris
moment
is
you
just
all
staring
arrive,
at the sun. It burns, but it's so beautiful.
you don't notice anything much. But the moment you all arrive at the river itself, you see and smell blood in the distance. You don't sense anything else, but you do hear a faint screams and faint sounds of sword clashes, like ting, and then the screams of non-humanoid creatures, like screaming in Draconic. Does anybody here have Draconic?
Nope.
Mm-mm. Maybe I should have
Right.
played Tiefling.
Nope.
No.
Okay, all right. Then when you all arrive, you see a number of lizardmen dead on the river.
You forgot to change the map.
Their body remains floating down. You head out from your cart, leaving the horse far behind. You jump down to see what's going on. And when you arrive at the scene itself, you see a number of lizardmen actually fighting some sort of giant beetles or giant insect in the distance. You're not too sure why they are fighting this creature, this insect. Or is this insect defending themselves against the lizard man? Or is the lizard man actually attacking the insect? Or is the insect defending themselves against, or is the lizard man defending themselves against the insect? Roll for insight, everyone.
Oh,
Oh god.
That is bad rolls day.
Dorothon pass, Nenris pass, Varus fail, Person pass, Rinze fail. Okay, going to the fail one. Varus and Rinze, you're not too sure what's going on. Are these lizard men attacking the insect? Are they hunters? Are they here defending themselves? You're not too sure. But Nenris, you notice something is odd. Something is really, really odd. Turson and Duraton, you actually notice it too. That this insect, their hides itself, or perhaps their tail, the behind of this insect, is glowing with some sort of red energy. And this lizard man is just screaming in draconic and eating and fighting these insects themselves. Some of them died or dying in the river, but this insect, one of them, then turns to face a few of you, those that already killed and maimed the lizard man. They flew towards your direction. You're not too sure what's going on. Are you here to fight the lizard man, or are you here to actually fight the insect? But, Nenris, you know what's going on. The lizard man is actually defending themselves against the insect. You have a time to actually warn the others.
Yeah.
Before rolling for initiative. What do you want to do, Nenris?
Yeah, the beetles are attacking the lizard folk. I think we're good to fight them.
And we should
The
help
beetles,
I
not the
second
lizard
that.
folk.
Then we should help the lizard men, so we can earn some favors with them.
Exactly.
Roll for initiative.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Your mission. Make sure.
Hang on, I haven't rolled yet.
Make sure no lizardman dies. If any of them die, it will be very hard later on.
can we just not kill them all and take all their stuff? I mean, isn't
It's-
that what
it's up to you.
colonization is all about?
You can kill them if you want to. Negotiations will be harder, but you can kill them.
But keeping them
Operation Protect the
alive-
freaking lizards.
Yeah, but keeping them alive gives us positive points into returning the crystals or else type of situation, since, you know, we can say we saved your hides, so to speak. So yeah, give them back and, you know, we'll let you skedaddle.
Easy to say. Let's see whether you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rolling for initiative. Checking who goes first. As usual, is Nenris. Nenris is far.
Okay.
Nenris, you first. What do you do? The lizard men are in danger. They're in trouble. And some of them are already injured, attacked by these beetles. This beetle seems to be casting some sort of spell around them, around themselves, but also mowing at the lizard folks at the same time.
Okay. She is running forward 30 feet. And these two beetles coming towards us, do they look hurt?
Roll for nature.
Hmm.
Oof.
Okay. Well, she's gonna cast sleep. Trying to get both of those. Actually, is there a spot?
She's a cleric?
Yes. Is there a spot where I could get both of them? Wait, is it 20 feet or is it 10? Yeah, it's 20 feet. You can easily get both of those. And
No, not both. It's like 10, 20. You can't get this one. Each
It's-
square is 5 feet, so you won't be able to reach only one.
oh, no.
Unless you cast in the middle.
Yeah, casting in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Yeah, within 20 feet of a point.
Okay, roll for it. Roll for the HP. Roll for the hit dice.
5d8.
Ooh,
24.
24. Let me check the
nice. At
HP.
least one.
Okay, nope.
One gone. Oh, two. Nice. Well done.
Okay, you put them to sleep.
Okay,
Nenris.
that is her turn.
Okay, the beetles attack the lizard folks. Right, lizard folks attack. Lizard folk attack the beetles. Okay, Rinzai, your turn.
Right, I'm gonna move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These guys are asleep, right?
You can kick them if you feel like it.
No, I'll just leave them there. How far away am I from this one? Would my crossbow be able to reach that?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, yeah, I'll
10,
shoot that.
20, 30, 40. Crossbow range is how much?
I don't know. It doesn't say in the thing.
60
I don't know how much it is.
Sorry, it's 80 over 120.
80.
Okay, then that's more than enough then.
And 20, 30, 40. Yep, enough.
All right.
Alright, that's a hit. Damage?
Oh, it's actually 80 over 320.
Damn, really good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I hit that for 6 piercing damage.
Okay, he struck the beetle for 6. This beetle, after being struck, ignored your bolts and started biting at the lizard man. And struck. The lizard man is injured and bleeding. Okay, Druid, your turn.
I move, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, that's 30. Can I attempt to get this beetle lord, like to leave the lizard man and come at our direction?
Too far. You can't intimidate low intelligent creatures.
Oh, I cannot lower him, lower that beetle. I have a javelin, so I'll just attack him with my javelin.
Mm-hmm. Javelin, how far?
Let me just actually check the weapon in the thing. Actually, let me just check in the items. Just give me a sec. Okay, give me a javelin range. Oh, 30 over 120.
You can roll with disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh yeah, engaged in melee. Oh, okay. Good.
Okay. Right, you hit. Damage?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm raging also. Bonus action. So
Okay, alright, 6 and 6. Okay, that's done. This lizard man attacks. With the beetle. Nope. Mutated giant beetle's turn to attack. Sleeping. Lizard man attacks. One of the beetles and swing at it when misses. Okay, mutated giant beetle is sleeping. Okay, Varus, your turn.
Okay, it's not enough. I don't have enough movement to get there and use a spell, so I will move 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here, and I will use a crossbow. I should be within range for a crossbow. 60 feet, I think, for a crossbow. There to hit. Ha, miss.
Nope, you miss.
That's my turn.
Alright. Okay, Thurston, your turn. Varus actually moves to his crossbow and misses. What you want to do?
Yep, I'm going to move for my full action and my movement to here. So, is it there? Yeah. And I end my turn.
The giant beetle at the other end actually attacked this lizard man at the other side of the bank and bit the lizard man on the thigh and is injured. And then round 2. Okay, Nenris, your turn.
Okay, she's going to move 30 feet forward. And then she's going to cast Toll the Dead on this beetle.
Mm-hmm.
So... Ooh, no, that's not where I want to go. Yes, a wisdom saving throw.
That beetle need to make a wisdom save, DM.
Yeah, no, I can read it. I mean, Nenris just told me a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Pass.
Okay, it will take no damage.
The beetle
That's
was
fine.
resisted. The Toll of the Dead. And then this beetle attacks. and struck the lizard folk the other side to steam. And then the lizard man's turn to strike at the beetle, the one that actually nearer to you, trying to hit, and then struck the beetle, and rolling to attack damage. And then the beetle actually got struck but not dead. Okay, Rinze, your turn.
So I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3.
Once you reach the river, it's difficult to read, so you can't move further than that.
Yep, I'm gonna move closer to the beetle, and almost at point blank, I'm gonna shoot with a crossbow. Again.
Okay, roll disadvantage since it's in melee.
Wait, what? Why am I disadvantaged? It's the same one that I was attacking before.
Yeah, forgot to actually get your disadvantage. Shooting in range to melee have disadvantage.
Oh, hang on. What's the range now? I might put down my crossbow and use my weapon instead.
You're within actually 10 feet of the beetle. You can use your roar as a bonus action and intimidate the beetle thing so it can get afraid of you and moves away, actually, thus giving an attack of opportunity to the lizard man himself. And if it moves away, and if it moves away from you, you can use your thing.
My what? My weapon?
Yeah, you can use it, because if she moves away, then it becomes normal for you.
Okay. Then yeah, I use my roar. You gotta do this.
It's a
pass. Well, that was my bonus action. I think my warhammer should have enough range.
No, it's a melee attack.
Oh, it's a melee attack.
Yeah, you have to be closer. You have to be at least one square closer to it.
Okay, well, disregard that roll then. Damn, can't do that much. Roll didn't work. Yeah, no, I'll roll a crossbow at disadvantage then.
Okay, just roll. They might hit. They will never know. 16 and 14. It struck at the mutant giant beetle, and it hits.
Did they both hit? I mean,
Yeah,
if they both would hit, I'll do
the
that
14
one.
hits. The 14 hits. Roll damage. Okay.
7 piercing.
Alright. You raise your crossbow, taking a chance while it's actually busy fighting the lizard folk. And then your bolt actually flew and struck it deep in the eye, and you killed it, and it died. The lizard folk actually looks at you and screams to you and speaks to you in Draconic, but you have no idea what he's trying to tell you. Now,
well, I don't understand what he's saying, but I'm gonna go up to him and I'm gonna give him a big thumbs up.
Okay, you raise your thumbs up. Okay, I'm gonna roll insight on this guy. Okay, rolling insight. He nods. Okay, Jonathan, your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That is 30 over here, and that's it.
Okay, done. Okay, this lizard man over here. Alright, attacking. And misses. Okay, mutant beetle. Sleeping. Lizard folk. Attacking at the other side of the river and struck at the beetle and damaging it. And then mutant giant beetle in the end, still sleeping. Okay, Varus, your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move up 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What do you, as a DM, how would you rule me using shape water to freeze one square so it wouldn't count as a...
The water is moving, unless it's still water.
Shape water allows me to freeze instantly a square.
Okay. The square will probably still be moving.
Okay. I'm going to dash from here. So that will be, that's 30, 35, 45, 55.
Oh, you can't dash. You can't dash because dash is a straight line.
Okay.
So Duratan was the one blocking your dashing movement.
Okay. I did not know that. Okay.
I would say wait for the next turn, then you can declare dash.
Yeah, but you can't dash in water though. Once you reach the edge here, it's a difficult terrain already. So you can only move 3 squares once you go to the water.
Okay, so I'm going to just check the range here. Yeah, these lizard men are within range 100. Well, this one is anyway up here. 120 feet. I'm going to use message and
Yeah.
ask him to try to move closer to the other lizard men over here. So move this guy over here as much as possible to pull in the insect. But whether he understands that or not, I don't know. I'll see. I'm
Roll for
speaking in
intelligence.
common. I'm speaking in common. I don't know what he speaks. I don't care what he speaks.
Okay.
I assume everyone speaks common. So intelligence, okay. I'm not intelligent, so
Yep. I roll a 2 on his intelligence. So he looks around, wondering like what's going on. But he didn't get the message.
These two lizard men, are they dead or what are they?
They're dead.
Dead. Okay.
Okay, Tilson, your turn.
So I just want to know. I can't because he's in the way. So
Your face drops, yeah.
yeah. I just got to quickly measure. Okay.
Nenris is not the intelligent one. Is that why he calls everybody lesser races?
No, because he's clearly the better race. Come on.
That's like
So-
that's basically a nobleman right there. You know, the privileged life.
Which but some? Okay.
20. With my character, Spider Feet is I know when I hit level 3, I can I can walk normally, but when it comes
walk
to
normally on water.
yeah, so I like
No. It
just-
walk normally on
Yeah.
walls and ceilings, not on water.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, no, that's right.
Definitely.
You-
Okay,
I was
no,
wondering.
no. Yeah,
Water
You
walks.
can run. You
Yeah.
can dash across water as long as you end your dash on land. I think it is. There's something weird.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you're thinking of monks. I know they can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And they can also run up walls, so it's a fair thing to mix up.
Move 20. So I just want to get to this rock, and can I use my dash to be on this rock?
No,
closest
you
to
can't
me?
dash because earlier on Barriers was
Oh yeah,
blocking your
in the
path.
way. Yeah. So 20.
And once you walk
25.
on the once you head over to the water,
Yeah.
each square in the water takes 10 feet.
10 feet. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 10 feet. All right. So that's
Each square takes away 10 feet.
yeah. No, that's fine. That's the furthest I can go then. So
Okay. All right. Okay, and that's done. Then mutated beetle attacks the lizard man, attacking and struck this lizard man. Roll for damage. Okay, that's done. Okay, round 3. Okay, Nenris, your turn.
Okay, well, she does not have anyone in her way, so she will dash. So 5, 10,
You're going to be jumping and swimming at the same time. It's like jump swim.
20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And that's her turn.
Alright, okay, that's done. You swim as fast as you can.
Actually, no,
And,
she's gonna end her turn on the rock. She'll do a diagonal at the end.
Alright. Okay. This one attacks the beetle at the other end attacks the lizard folk and misses. Okay. The lizard folk that was saved by Rinzai jump to the water. The water does not affect them.
Look at the lesser races flee.
Actually, if you look at it,
I
there's
really
no
want to
bug
do
over
damage to
there.
Varus.
It's pretty clear
I wanna
they're
use my
actually
crossbow on
charging.
Varus.
What is it? What is it, Nenris?
Well, she was trying to stand up for those races.
Yeah, she was saying, well, actually, it doesn't look like they're fleeing. They're headed towards the enemy. I'd call that a charge.
Okay. All right, Runze, your turn.
Yeah, but I'm gonna use my dash and trying to get on this rock over there.
Okay.
Dash slash swim, whatever you want to call it. So that'll be 1, 2.
Yeah, your movement ends here.
On the rock itself, basically.
Yep, on the rock. Am I in range? Hang on.
No, you dash. You can't attack.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm my turn then.
All right. Okay, Drotan, your turn.
If I were to dash, I'll be on this square, is it? On my current position?
That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you'll be at a square.
Okay, I'll basically dash and I'll just end it right here.
Right. Lizard Man attacks. Okay, nope, and misses. Okay, mutated beetle still sleeping. Unless somebody slaps them. Okay, this lizard man attacks the natural 1. Right. Beetle sleeping. Okay, Varus, your turn.
Well, there's not much I can do. I'm gonna move
You can't dash because Thurston is in the way.
5,
Sorry.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll go here and I'll say to everyone, hey, you got this, guys. And I'm going to leave the map. I'm joking.
I'm not gonna get myself wet.
I'm
going to take out my notebook and take Nenris's name down in my notebook as someone who needs to who's on my list of enemies for putting me back in my box. I'm pointing out that those creatures were actually extremely aggressive and very what's the word I'm looking for? I cannot remember.
Brave.
But brave, yes, brave. I'm also going to put her name on my list for that as well.
I feel like this is going to be the dynamic.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing is standing up for all races.
All right. Okay, Thurston, your turn. You can wait. Okay. Nenris is in the way for your dash. So can't do much.
Yeah, no, that's right. I'm gonna move over to here and take a swing at the
Are you
bug.
mad? Are you mad? It's sleeping. Well, technically. Yeah,
Okay, you have advantage to hit.
yeah.
You'll wake up
We
later
need
on.
to kill him. We need to kill him anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You have advantage to hit them. You have advantage to hit this beetle. Roll again your longsword.
Yep. I did. The one with damage was 7, and the second one was 6. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. In that case, it's a miss on.
But because it's a miss,
Yeah, he didn't deal damage.
it doesn't wake up, so it's fine.
It's confused.
Okay. You have to do damage to wake it up.
Yeah, exactly. You have to do damage to the creature to wake up. So I think the beetle technically is still asleep until it gets damaged. Then it wakes up. Otherwise you were just like swinging, and her sleeping soundly just kicks off your sword.
But isn't it? If he hits, it's an automatic critical because it's incapacitated.
Yeah. Automatic crit. It's an auto crit. Auto crit. Yeah, he just swings and misses. Right. Well, he was still sleeping, and Thurston's like, no, I refuse to hit sleeping creatures. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, then Riz, your turn.
Oh, it's gonna be more movement. 10, 20, 30. Is anyone within 60 feet? How far's that guy? 1, 2.
This is 10, 20, 30.
Yeah, 30 feet of movement.
40, 50, 60. 60 is here. 60
No, she's
feet
not
is here.
She's not dashing.
Okay,
Well,
just
she
swinging.
might. Is this guy within 60 feet of me?
No, still very far. 10, 20,
54,
30,
55.
40, 50, 60.
Yeah, within 60 feet of you. He's
Now don't use the ruler, use a square.
Yeah. Use
So
the
it's like
square,
10,
not
20,
not the ruler.
30, 40, 50, 60. So if it's 60, so no, this one is not in range.
It's so 65.
Yeah, 65 at least. Even this one is 65.
Okay, it'll be a dash then. 5. There we go. That's her turn.
All right. Yeah, this one attacks the lizard man and struck. Rolling for attack. Yeah. The lizard man is dead.
maybe dead. Maybe.
Okay, this one rush towards to help his friend and strike to hit and misses. Hey, Rinze, your turn.
Yeah, looks like I'm in range of it. Oh, great. Lizard guys are in the. Okay.
Oh, definitely. If you counted the squares, you are within range to hit this fella, since your crossbow has the maximum range of hitting at 320 feet.
So 80 minimum, and then anything past 320 is disadvantage, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
if
Yep.
it passes the 320, then yeah, it's disadvantage. Right now, they
No,
are. That one is
Above 80 is disadvantage.
Mhm.
It's
the max
82,
range is-
320 is disadvantage. Below 80
Yeah, don't
is
count
roll
with
normal.
don't count the square. Sorry, don't count with the ruler. Count through the square. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's 30, 35.
It's in range. It's in
Yeah,
range. It's in range.
Yeah, it's in range.
It's in
Basically.
range.
It's in range. Just roll
Yeah,
to hit.
just
Alright. I'll use my crossbow on him then. On that
Mhm.
particular bug.
oh, natural 20.
Perfect.
Is that critical damage on it as well?
Yeah, it's a critical.
How do I do critical?
Just roll the light crossbow.
Oh,
6 to 8, not high enough to kill it, but enough to seriously injure it, as it actually struck its eyes. And Druid, what do you do?
if I'm not dashing, I should be right here, is it? In terms of movement?
Yep.
And if I'm
Yep.
dashing, that's 3 extra places, so I'll just dash. That's 1, 2. I should be right here when I'm dashing, and that's about it. I can't do anything else.
Lizard man attacks and struck. Okay. Beetle still sleeping. This lizard man's down actually. Okay, the beetle attacking. Okay, Varus, your turn.
Well, I would like to have dashed, but that's not possible. So it's 10, 20, 30.
Okay, that's it.
I'm just gonna see what I can do here. The distance 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, 55. Yeah, they're within range of me. I am going to cast a spell, Healing Word, and I am going to use a meta magic to twin. So each of the lizard men here and here, here and here,
Okay.
they both get 8.
Alright.
points.
You heal them. One of them actually turn to face you, look surprised, look at you, and after that turns to actually face the bug. And then Tirsan, your turn.
I'm trying to kill this little thing.
You have
But-
advantage.
Oh yes.
No, doesn't hit.
No, the 19.
Does.
Yeah, 19 actually hits.
Oh, okay, 19. Okay. I saw the 11.
Yeah.
Okay, the 19 hits. So if
He
it's
gets,
damage,
he gets
then
basically 11 slashing damage if it's either two-handed or 5 if it's one-handed.
I was using it one-handed, so
Oh, in that case, it's just 5 damage.
No, 5 is
It's a crit.
critical hit, so it should be 10.
Ah, in that
Times
case,
2.
yeah, definitely. It's times 2, that's 10.
yeah, 10. Yeah,
Okay. It's awake, but not dead. It's awake.
it's not happy.
Yes. Okay. This bug fighting the 2 lizard folks, fighting, and then misses now round 5. Okay. Nenris, your turn.
Okay, that lizard folk that the beetle attacked before, is he down or dead?
Not down, not dead yet. Still alive.
Okay, I'll healing word him.
Oh, wait. Oh, you mean the lizard folk? Lizard folk is dead.
Okay, in that case, toll the dead on the beetle that killed him.
Mm-hmm.
So wisdom save.
Okay, I think for wisdom. Okay, fail.
Okay.
Damage.
It got damaged before. Oh,
2.
So that'll be
Alright.
2 damage. And she'll move 30 feet forward.
Yeah,
Well,
just 3 squares.
her whole movement. Okay, that's her turn.
Another 3 squares will be here. Okay, next one. This beetle. Flew. Attacking and hit and struck this lizard folk. And then this lizard folk that attacked that same beetle that struck him. And then hits, damage it. And then is dead. Okay, now Rinze, your turn.
Right. I'm gonna move 7 squares as a dash.
it should be right about here.
Yep. Yeah, not enough distance to do the roll. Actually, I already used it before, anyways.
Yep.
If I use crossbow, will be disadvantage. Then I can't do anything else here.
Yeah, you just dash, so you can't attack. You can't use bonus also. Right, so that's done. Okay, Druid, your turn.
If I were
6 squares. 6 squares dash.
Yeah, if I were to dash, I should be right here next to him, is it?
No, 6 squares, so basically 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. You're done, but that's about it.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll just move exactly right near him, and I can't do anything else, so that's it.
Okay. Alright. Okay, that's done. Okay, Lizard Man actually attacks the bug and misses. Okay. This bug still sleeping. This bug is not attacking Tyros. Okay. And
okay, 18. Yeah, it's a bait.
No, it's a 8. So nothing. Okay, Varus, your turn.
Varus is going to mind sliver this beetle, so that is a DC 14 wisdom save for 4 damage.
Okay. Intelligence save. Rolling. Nope.
Yeah, he takes 4 psychic, and I
4
laugh
psychic
with
damage.
scorn. Ha ha ha! That's my.
Okay, Thurston. You see that this bug being attacked by spells from Varus. You can see the spell actually hitting the bug right in front of you. What do you do?
Attack.
Okay, damage hit.
4.
So one-handed, right? So 4 HP damage.
Yep.
Okay, struck it. And then nothing. And then this bug here attacking one of the lizard men. And roll a natural 20. Okay.
Damn, only one guy's gonna survive.
This one's dead. Okay, round 6. Nenris, your turn. The beetle actually struck and bit at the lizard man, the lizard folk's legs, and chew on it, and killed this poor lizard folk and it fell on the floor. Green blood flowing everywhere.
She is going to dash, so 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And she's sort of collapsing on her knees next to this dead lizard folk. She's attempting medical assistance. Doesn't work.
Oh, you already dashed, so I can't do anything.
Yeah, it's not a mechanical choice, it's just That's what she's trying to do.
Okay. She looks at you look at the dead lizard folk. There's really nothing much you can do. And now
She's
the
still
lonely
trying.
lizard man here is like down. Rinze, what do you want to do?
I got more movement, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put down my crossbow and I'm gonna pick up my warhammer. And I'm gonna, hit it at point blank.
Okay, it's a hit.
Nine bludgeoning damage on the beetle as I squash its head.
You hit it, but it's still okay. Still alive. Alright, Duraton, your turn. You notice that Rinze actually used his warhammer to smash at the buck. But the buck, even though it's smashed, is still alive. What do you do?
I basically move my max movement, which should put me here, and I attack the beetle with my longsword with advantage since it's being sandwiched by Rinze. So first attack.
There's no flanking, yeah, in this one.
Oh, okay. That is
Remember.
okay. Yeah, just that's 10.
Okay. Alright, 10. Okay, this guy's dead. After being smashed and being stabbed, he cannot survive. This lizard man actually like hissed and speaks. But you don't understand his words. And then this lizard man actually, this lizard folk actually kneeled next to this lizard folk on the floor, and after it speaks to it in Draconic, but nothing happens. And then, okay, this one's still sleeping. This one attacking Tyros. Okay, rolling to hit. And misses. And Varus, your turn.
Varus realizes that he's on the front line while the rest of them that rushed the front line are now the back line. And he's thinking, oh shit, you get back here, come save me. And he's going to Mind Sliver.
Okay, rolling for intelligence save.
4 damage. That's 40. Oh, he takes the 4 damage.
Okay, 4 damage.
And
Okay, you struck it. And then Thurston, your turn.
Turin.
Okay, 8 damage. Okay, this guy's dead. Now, round 7.
I have to go to work.
Oh yeah. Oh, forgot. Sorry, man.
That's
Alright. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna conclude
NPC.
that you guys bashed this creature to death.
Okay.
Because it's still be sleeping, but let's see now. It'll wake up within a third round. So alright. Okay. The moment this creature actually woke up, it actually flew away, trying to actually escape. Alright. Then okay, Elgen. I'm not too sure whether you're online.
Yeah, I'm here. I've been up since 3:30 this morning.
Right.
Sorry. I
Okay.
dozed off.
Yeah, sorry, man. We're gonna be ending it soon also. So next week. The moment this creature actually flew away, trying to escape, you actually took your bow and struck it deep in the eye. Actually, you struck it deep, and after that, the creature fell on the dirt floor itself and just died the moment it actually tried to escape. You've been following these creatures for a number of days now, roughly about a week. Ever since you saw these creatures stole 4 magical crystals and brought this magical crystal to an unknown temple across the river where the lizard men actually stayed, where all the lizard folks actually made camp. But ever since these creatures arrived at this sanctuary Theos, the lizard folks ran off without a home, and because they lost their home, they chased away the goblins that was actually making their home down the riverside. So, which caused a number of chaotic moments that the goblins that have lost their home, all because of this creature, this insect that brought the crystal. But, Elgen, you are here to investigate what caused these insects to actually bring the crystals to the ancient ruin of chaos.
Yeah.
And this is why you're here. And when you arrived, you saw a number of these adventurers already fought tooth and nail to fight against these insects and defended the lizard folks. Many have perished in this battle itself, but only one still survived. Okay, Elgin, I'm gonna give the spotlight for you, moving from right to left. Okay, this creature has died, killed by you as you try to escape. Tirson is an NPC for now, but controlled by me. But you can actually roleplay with Varus at the other side of the river. So now, what do you want to do, Elgin?
Can I approach the bug and just see if I have any recollection of where I would have seen these bugs before, like where they would have originally come from?
Right. You are you have been following these bugs ever since you arrived at Momoroko, and also to actually check on many of the other villages which actually have the magical stones that protect it from the dangers of the north. And when you actually saw these bugs, these are just the normal soldier bugs. The worker bugs was the one that brought back the crystal. And these creatures, so these insects that brought those crystals, you need to actually investigate further. Why did this insect carry those crystals away without being noticed by anybody else in the dark? Either they have some sort of invincibility spell, or they were ordered, controlled by someone else. And this, in case, have chased away the lizard folks. And if the lizard folks does not have a proper home within the river side itself, it will cause much more grievance to the people of the other villages nearby.
Okay.
Elgin, what do you want to do?
The bug that was between Droton and I'm not sure who that blonde person is.
Rinze.
Okay.
The Leonid.
It's okay. You don't need to know who they are first. If you want to, if okay, who wants to move over to this side, and who wants to talk to the lizard folk at the other end? But lizard folk only speaks Draconian. You guys have no way to communicate with it. You have to be the next episode, next scene, session 3. But in order to actually move forward with this one of you guys have to move over to this side and speak to Elgin, because only Elgin knows that these insects have been controlled and moved to the ruins of chaos.
After I give this fallen lizard man, the final right, since he died bravely in combat, and after clean my sword, I walk steadily in the water and simply stand right next to Terrace. I watch the stranger as he comes in and say,
Hail, stranger. What brings you here?
What was the matterings of your combat here?
Lizardmen needed help. We helped. Sadly, 2 lizardmen died bravely in combat. Only their companion lives. We just happened to stumble upon on this fair ground of combat and decided to help the lizardmen, since my tribe has a quarrel with the lizardmen as they are being accused of thievery. And I'd like to know, so is my tribe, if this is true or not.
So, do you have any connection to these orbs?
Yes, one of them was stolen from my village. Frostwolf village, up in the mountain.
Do you know what these orbs do?
They protect our village, or at least our orb does. I have no business knowing what it does for any other village. Our orb got stolen, and apparently so does most of the other orbs from all the nearby villages. They all been stolen mysteriously by the lizard men. I suspect that they could not be at fault, but I will not know.
Well, I'll let it clear now that it was not these lizard folk, but the very bugs that they were fighting.
I look into like obviously my companions are like scattered all over the place and just say to you,
Perhaps we should wait until my companions finish whatever they're finishing and talk to them together, stranger.
I want the
Three of
roleplay
you
as well,
actually,
the lizard.
the three of you actually walk over to the other side of the stream to meet the others.
Uh,
And then,
many-
okay, all right. I'm gonna go from right to left, Elgen. Okay, Nenris, for you first. Everything will be straight to roleplay to it. Elgen. Elgen actually knows that it's not caused the crystals actually was stolen was not caused by the lizard folk, but actually caused by the insects themselves. Okay, and Nenris, what do you want to do?
Yeah, Elgin is not much of a concern to her. She is spare the dying on both of these bodies. It doesn't work, but she's still trying. All the medical knowledge she's got, nothing. Like crying over these bodies, doing everything she can to bring them back.
Nothing you can do to save them. You tried, but their spirits have left their bodies.
Yeah, she's just praying over them that they get to whatever afterlife is theirs.
And that's done, Varys. You see this mysterious man, Helgen, actually approach after trekking to Dorotan, and then both of them actually cross the river together with Tyros. What do you do?
Well, I would like to say to Nenris that well, you can't cry over spilled milk. They're gone. Move on. Get over it. Yada yada yada. And I would want to hear what they are saying to each other because I'm curious. And that would be me, just listening.
Alright, just listening. Okay, Rinze. Varys actually went over to talk to Nenris about life. They leave. That's it. What do you do, Rinze?
Well, I can't understand the lizard folk, but comrades in battle, we have that kind of thing going. So I reach out my arm, and in a show of comradeship, and with my other hand, I look into, so I direct him to his fallen comrades, and yeah, we silently, but in some kind of a way of connection of comrades mourning over our fallen comrades, because I don't know, I have this connection where I watch my friends die as well. So he and I both have experienced the same thing. Yeah, we mourn over his immediate fallen friend over here as we look at the rest of the landscape, and we have a look at these other guys who have also fallen, and we have a moment where we can't understand each other in terms of speaking, but there's this, I don't know, there's this connection.
You do see, though, that while you're all actually busy trying to see what's going on, the lizard folk, he just carried the remains of his fallen brethren that's on the floor and brought them slowly towards the river and then let them flow following it. And after that, you notice that this lizard folk actually spoke a few words in Draconian. And then after that, the remains of his fallen brethren just flow at the river itself and vanish deep into the river. Perhaps you think to yourself, this is their way of ritual rites. You think to yourself. And then the lizard folk then slowly turns to Nenris and then slowly turns to you, Rinze. And then after it looks at Elgen. And he speaks in Draconian, which many of you do not understand. And then he points at one direction. He points up further towards the north. He said, then he puts both of his blades behind the scabbard. And after that, he goes forward. And after that, he urged the rest of you to actually roll for insight, DC 10. All of you.
Okay.
oh, okay.
Pass. the return pass. Elgen, no idea. Rinze have no idea. Okay, Varus actually knows. Nenris actually knows. Okay, and Tyros actually said and speaks. Okay, Varus, you know that this lizard folk is urging the rest of you to actually follow him. Do you tell the rest of the party?
Mm, I'll tell them. Yeah. Say, well, looks like the native wants us to visit with him to his abode. Suppose we might as well go. There's no point in staying in this hellhole.
Agreed.
Oh, it's like, yeah. Well, let's follow him. He's also, in a special way, also a comrade.
At a distance, you don't know. He could savagely attack you in the back while he's leading us from the front. Be careful of these lizard men.
Honestly, I'm more concerned about you. Then she
Me?
walked.
Right.
Oh,
I looked
Nenris,
oh,
Nenris, you're actually more worried about your cart. That's actually the other side of the stream, the other side of the river. But since it's actually very nearby, do you actually want to try and bring your horse to cross this river, or do you leave the horse and the cart at the other side?
Can I go up to Druid and say to him, it's like, well, brother, you are a brother now. You know my story. You've heard me talking to Zyrus back in the village of Shinidwell. My place is here, but I am willing to wait for you guys if you can take the other guys or one or two guys and bring the cart from there to here.
Agreed. We should not leave our only method of coming back home alone. How about you and me and the lady over there go and bring her cart over while the rest of you just wait? Should be a matter of a couple of minutes.
Okay. If you guys
Yeah, I'm okay
assist,
with
then
that.
roll for animal handling with advantage to Nenris.
Mm-hmm. Animal handling, is it?
Animal handling with advantage for you. And just roll.
Okay. 1, 2.
It's okay, from here already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You and the guys, you, Dorothon, and the others actually managed to bring the cart and the horse to the other side. And then, of course, Nenris was actually happy to see the cart actually being brought over. Well, you actually bring the cart slowly through the riverside. And then the lizard folk then bring the rest of you slowly to where he actually stays, to the temple. And then when you all arrive, after about an hour or two of travel, either with the cart itself, you all arrive at the temple grounds and okay, to see that a number of lizard folks have already been waiting, and they all spoke in Draconic when you all arrive. And then one of his people, one of the person that actually stood here at the top, bigger, stronger, more muscular even, stares at the rest of you and he speaks in common. Yes. Yeah. Is this to be continued, he speaks. Next session. And that's all, folks.
Yep.